Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
No, you're 120% dick fit.
Everybody that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything else. We're walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room, and you return the favor.
Got her in. Oh. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop! Stop it now! I order you to stop! I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. That's not... look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body.
No.
Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you gotta fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all 4 fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah, okay. I
got you standing wearing it with holding 2 giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it.
All right, how you doing? Terrence Pop here with another live from the lair that actually is live. All right, now, let's just be honest. I did a video several years back on the FEMA concentration camp locations throughout the United States. I had a bunch of people tell me that it was a conspiracy theory kind of crap, that FEMA is there to take care of us. Okay, well, we are now on the eve of a second hurricane hitting Florida, and this one is going to be, how shall we say, substantially worse. Mainly because it's hitting Florida right from the ocean at Category 5. It might downgrade to Category 4 by the time it makes landfall. Let's all hope. All right. Now, we have all kinds of reports coming to us from the damage swath of carnage from the first hurricane that, let's just be honest, FEMA has dropped the ball, and mainly because the funds that they need to operate have been flushed down the toilet or given away or recycled back to us in the form of kickbacks and corruption. But the media won't talk about that. In fact, they are cracking down on civilians with their own aircraft helping people out, which, in my opinion, is reprehensible. They're cracking down on flying drones. And you have to ask yourself this question. Why would they do such a thing? I think it has to do with the fact that we are seeing the modern mainstream media pigeonhole this as a non-event because it's so close to an election. And, as we know, all of our media outlets, print, recorded, or on screen, have been bought and paid for by outside influences. All of our media is owned by 6 corporations, and they're only really showing you or talking about what they want you to know. Basically, the entire United States is one gigantic elevator, and mainstream media is piping in the music that they want you to hear to lull you into a sense of security. And then later on down the road, you might just visit one of these FEMA camps from the inside because you had the wrong political opinions and you spoke a little too harshly, or perhaps one of those, 10, 20,000 federal laws that are on the books that need to be taken away will be used against you to ruin your life or introduce you to the system, which we know once you're in there, it's going to cost you anywhere between 1 and 2 actual houses to pay for. And most people can't afford that option, and it shouldn't be that expensive to get access to your constitutional rights and treated by the rights that exist in the Constitution. Now, I myself have sworn quite a few oaths to uphold this Constitution, along with my fellow battle dwarf across the way. And we are doing that now. Now, we're old. We can't really do anything physical, but the fight for hearts and minds is still on the table and inside our arena of expertise. So you are going to see that tonight when we cover these subjects. Now, we do not have Jimmy on board. He has a new employment situation. Hopefully he'll come in around 9-ish so we can run super chats and what have you in a calm manner. But we have everything set up to a degree where I think you'll be more than satisfied with the information we're going to cover. Take it away.
I want to know what's with the calm announcer voice this evening. Is this a byproduct of the fact that we tried to set up and everything went wrong, from losing a camera to not knowing how a camera worked to trying to figure out where the hell the settings were for the camera to, oh my God, what did we do with the links for the show? Screw it. Let's just pile on a bunch of links.
Yeah, well, we lost all the links and we actually recreated them.
We successfully recreated the links, but the camera was basically 2 monkeys standing over a mechanical device, poking at it, making monkey noises.
And one of the main reasons for the calm voice is this is how serious it is. This is not something to be joked about. This is the real goddamn deal here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, in fact. I've been talking to guys that are down there, and the blockades are real. The FEMA stuff is real. Don't listen to the news. I've been getting stuff firsthand from guys that are down there. I have family down there. I got a couple of friends down there. A guy that I do some work with, he's down there right now. They ran into Samaritan's Purse. Samaritan's Purse wanted to do identification checks on everybody. They wanted background checks on everybody who was going to go in with Samaritan's Purse. That's Franklin Graham's outfit, like the famous pastor Billy Graham, his son. And Samaritan's Purse apparently is holding hands with FEMA now, or at least the feds, because they wanted a hard identification on everybody who went in with them. And I don't mean, please show me your driver's license. They want a background checks.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
Yeah, that's a hair excessive.
Now, I can understand looking at your driver's license in case you get, zeroed out with 2 X's on your eyes.
No, yeah, okay.
They want to know what name to put on the body bag.
That's fine.
I gotcha. Or if you're in an area and stuff disappears and they want to question you later on, maybe they might have
It's a chaotic situation. It's basically a war zone.
Yes, absolutely.
I have physically been in a disaster like this. The monsoons in Korea in 1998. The devastation, anything that you can imagine and what you're seeing in the pictures and the videos and stuff like that, dial that up to about 11.
Yes.
Okay, I saw things like a refrigerator thrown through the walls of 2 houses horizontally, like a child with the shape game where you put the shape of the square and put the square in the hole, right? Except this is a refrigerator and it was done horizontally through 2 houses.
That's a lot of kinetic energy.
Think about the energy that requires to do things like that. Or the Han River rising 100 feet in downtown Seoul, which is basically New York, but with more Koreans.
Now, here's another thing in regards to this craziness. We are getting, in my opinion, now this is just scuttlebutt, but they're saying there's been only 200 people.
No, it's way more than that. It is way more than that. It's in the thousands.
It's in the thousands. I was going to say that.
It is absolutely in the. That's one of the first things that started to come back as soon as any of the waters started to subside. Is people that I knew down there going, there's bodies.
Some of the reports I read that
this is going to be very bad.
The water levels at some of these streams, because most of these cities or towns that have been washed away are usually near a river or
a stream.
We're talking about water levels 30 to 40 feet deep in some areas.
Those valleys were not designed to contain flooding like that. So when they flooded it, it's basically like cranking water with a fire hose through a bathtub.
Correct. And I saw
your house is in the bathtub.
Well, there's trucks folded in half.
Yes.
Large construction I-beams bent into a bow.
Now we're past that kinetic portion,
correct?
The hydrokinetic portion of events, but I saw people looking at the water go, and you could tell some of them were like, "I can walk through that." Let me tell you something about floodwaters like that. Even if it's only a foot or 2 deep, it's a food processor. If it's muddy and fast moving, there's a ton of stuff in there that's going to tear you up, bash you up, or hook you and drag you with it, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, typically, I remember doing all kinds of water crossings in the military, and we went through quite a few of those classes, and they're like, well, if it's past your knees and the water's moving fast enough, you're dead.
Yeah.
There's no mixing around.
I mean,
like, maybe you'll swim to the side. No.
Yeah.
No, you're done.
If it's clear and moving fast and you can see in it, there are ways to cross it. It's just not advised.
No.
But if it's muddy and moving fast, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because it will just blenderize you. That means there's stuff in that water.
It was the same thing when they had the big tidal wave that hit Japan.
Or Thailand.
Yeah, they found after the fact, weeks and months after the fact, arms and legs of people who were just grinded into pieces.
Yes, because of the debris in the water.
Correct.
That is, you do not play. And that had happened in Appalachia, in those hills up there. Again, what I experienced in Korea, I've mentioned this before, I saw a village erased by a chunk of granite that sheared off a mountain. It was like a malevolent child with a granite eraser. Just
gone.
Village gone. We were on the mountain the other side trying to get to that village to get people out of it. And it just erased. So that was happening there, but those mountains I don't think are fault block granite. So the mudslides would have I mean, imagine suffocating in a mudslide like that.
I don't want to.
I don't know what to.
I don't want to go like
But
that.
that's what happened down there. And they're going to find a lot of that. As they clear the mud, I guarantee you they'll find more people. And it's sick and tragic. And I feel terrible for the families. Prayers go out to those people.
Oh, my God.
But that's what's coming. So be prepared for it.
I'm just looking right here. 1 week ago, 44 dead. 4 hours ago, they're just giving individual stories, but there's no actual, grand tally.
The media will keep the tally out to keep the public down to a buzz.
Yes.
They don't want the American public seeing how much damage has been done. Like I said, I've been through an event like this. The damage is mind-blowing.
Well, because we're getting reports of dead bodies that are laying around, floating down the rivers, in trees.
Yes.
And this one here is 227. Death toll rises to 227, and this is 1 day ago.
Yes.
All right, so this happened, October 4th?
I believe so. I think we're at day 6.
All right, we're
at this point.
All right, you're at day 6. All right. This is the United States. This isn't a third world country yet. I would like to think if we had a properly operating mainstream media, they'd be on top of these numbers.
They're not doing a thing.
No, I know.
It's
this
obvious
is proof.
they're not doing anything.
I mean, I'm trying to get to the point where this
No,
is
we're at day
proof.
7 because 2 days ago they were talking about FEMA just getting there and that it took them 5 days to get there at all.
Yeah. Now, here's another question. We know there's a hurricane coming down on Florida. Has FEMA been scrambled for that yet, or are they going to wait for another 5 or 6 days?
I haven't heard anything about Hurricane Milton yet as far as getting in there. But the storm will have to hit first and clear the area before you can start putting rescue teams in there. You don't want to walk into the middle of a hurricane.
No, I know, but
because they're unpredictable.
But typically in the past, FEMA would stage off-site waiting for that opportunity.
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't think
they're not broadcasting that stuff if they are. They're too busy funneling money and laundering it in Ukraine, Israel, and Lebanon right now.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, how many billions of dollars have we shoveled out of this country into these bottomless conflicts?
If anybody thinks any of that money is getting anywhere near the actual people of those countries, you're completely deluded.
Well,
it's being laundered.
Well, no, it's being laundered, but some of it's got to go there. So I'm not saying all of it.
Pennies.
Yeah.
It'll be pennies. The same thing happened in Africa when we were freaking Somalia is the classic example. Gothic Serpent, those were was put in place because we were sending the Somalis food and money, and it was just disappearing down a black hole, and like 4 warlords had taken over the whole country.
Like barbecue?
That was in Haiti. Those guys are all here now, though, so
well,
it's okay.
Well,
Haiti will be fine. They're all here.
That's a different show.
It is a different show.
All right.
It is a different show. Let's start with a fun clip. Speaking of FEMA, I don't know that this is a FEMA helicopter. I strongly suspect what we're looking at is a DHS helicopter with a FEMA crew on board, with FEMA reps trying to land. They tried to get near a civilian site and were waved off because there was nowhere for them to land. And Pop and I have spent our share of time on this particular bird. This is the UH-60, otherwise known as the Black Hawk.
Or the Crash Hawk.
Or the Crash Hawk, yes. A bird auto-rotated on us one day. That was terrifying. What he's doing right now is a deliberate prop wash. When he comes in low like that, he did a couple of admin passes, like he was looking for a site. The people on the ground say they waved him off, that there was nowhere to land. This pilot should have known that. Instead, he comes down on top of the supplies and blows everything everywhere. By now, I think everybody's seen this clip.
Well, I mean, listen. All right, there's a couple clips out there showing Chinooks doing this.
Yeah, there's a Chinook clip of this.
Now, let's just be honest. All right, now, I did 2 years in the 9th Infantry Division, and I spent a lot of time in the field in Yakima Firing Center with those guys. And at least once in like a 2 or 3 week field problem, just for shits and giggles,
yes,
the Army, pilots would purposely fly a Chinook at I'm going to fuck your life up altitude.
Yes.
And I've been in that helicopter when it happened on the headphones, listening to the sadist going, oh, look at that.
Let's give him a little fun.
Yeah. And I've watched whole tents explode, dude standing there like almost naked. As your whole life just blows away. It takes hours to unfuck.
300, 200. Stand by for the funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for military or DHS or whoever's helicopters they are to do that. Now, it's one thing if you're doing that, in the military and it's inter-service rivalry and you're just joking around. Got it. It's not your equipment anyway. It's the government's. You just sign for it. But now we're dealing with a disaster area where people have lost their entire livelihoods, their entire houses. Maybe they've lost their entire families. No one is in a joking mood, and this should be taken extremely seriously. Because this is the shit you wind up that puts you on the beat on site list. It really does.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No question of it. Funny 2ID story. We were with the 2nd Infantry, the 2 battalions, 2829 Manchu that were there. And it wasn't us, but it was them. The commander at the time of 2ID overall loved to gas the troops in the field during training. That was
that's awesome.
Big thing. So I've had a lot more tear gas than I probably should. Anyway, apparently a flight of Blackhawks saw that a group of guys was being gassed. One of the birds broke formation, came down, and just cleared the gas for him a little bit.
Yeah.
We were talking to him, waiting for the next evolution. We're sitting in a little holding area after it, and he came down and he just cleared the gas, and everybody was like, ah! Blew the gas off the field. So they can be cool.
Yeah. But listen, I mean, we're talking a disaster area. There's going to be thousands of people missing or dead. We're already getting stories of this.
Yeah.
And the mainstream media, in our opinion, I mean, this is 6 days old. There is no reason for mainstream media not to be all over this like white on rice.
They're only playing selected portions of it, and it is about to be memory hold. They'll push Milton
Just
out
like
of the way.
Just like did the chemical spill in Ohio.
Oh, God, yeah. That got memory hold so fast. Mm-hmm. Trump's assassination attempts, both of them were memory hold very quickly. Just in case any of you still think the media reports for you. I unfortunately have a sister that I love. She's a really, really good egg, and she's hella smart, but she's trapped in the media bubble and won't believe anything but what she sees on her television, which is bizarre. So, fact-checking falsehoods, speaking of, about FEMA funding and Hurricane Helene. This is from everybody's favorite communist news network, NPR.
Yeah, I don't really listen to them anymore.
No, mostly because they're pretty much pure Bolshevik.
Well, now we have to drink. Okay.
My bad.
I quit listening to them when they fired that dude who did the car show for touching some girl's back, or Camp Woolbegone, and I think that was the show I like to listen to.
I don't remember anymore. It's
like 6, 7 years, 5, 6 years back.
It's been a long time.
And NPR will never get any more of my time, funds, or energy because of that.
Absolutely. So, first of all, this is apparently Asheville, North Carolina. So, it hit on September 30th. We have a date. There it is, right there.
Okay. So we're at 8 days. 8.5, 9 days.
Yeah. You can see the devastation here in the lower right of the picture. Those are cement mixers, and we all know how big those are. Kind of tossed aside. But the one that's really fun is the apartment building, or what appears to be an apartment building in the upper left-hand corner that's sitting at all the wrong angles.
Yeah, that thing's totaled. They're going to have to tear that down.
Yeah.
That's water, though.
That's the kind of force that was applied here. Mm-hmm. And you can see how everything is just chucked around like a cheap toy. It's like a child walked through, like in Toy Story.
Yep.
Where it's like,
Threw everything around.
Yeah. That's what basically happened here. So NPR says rumors, misinformation, and get that out of my face, thank you, and lies about the federal government's response to Hurricane Helene in the southeastern United States have run rampant since the storm made landfall, especially around funding for the FEMA. The claims have been so widespread that FEMA set up a response page to debunk many of the falsehoods about how disaster funding works and what the agency's response has been. As of Sunday, FEMA says it has provided more than $137 million in assistance to 6 states in the Southeast, including 7,000 federal personnel, nearly 15 million meals, 14 million liters of water, 157 generators over that area is nothing.
How many states was that? 6 states?
Over 6 states. More than half of, why is it 6 states?
That's 22 million per state that was affected by this hurricane.
That's nothing. That damage was done to a single
fucking
town.
Nothing. And they lumped it all into 137 to make it sound like a bigger number.
Right.
But when you do the actual math,
Yes.
21 million per state for the damages, that's fucking nothing. That is nothing.
Especially since there are towns that were literally, like I
Erased.
described earlier, they were erased.
Yeah.
But by floodwaters.
Yeah. Now, I mean, all right. We have all of these millions of illegals coming across the border.
Yep.
Getting debit cards with anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000, what I've heard. Mm-hmm. Free housing, free food,
Medical care.
Everything. They're
Yes.
taking your medical resources. They're taking space and medical resources from the Veteran Affairs.
Yeah.
If this doesn't scream that your government, as it stands now, doesn't give a shit about you, I really don't know what does.
Yeah. This is
21 million per state because you had you're an FEMA emergency. No, it's a disaster. All right. Listen, if we had all that money back that we gave to Israel and Ukraine, I think maybe we would have enough to deal with this. But $21 million per state is fucking nothing. And did you watch the press secretary as she ran off the stage?
when Peter Ducey was questioning her? Yeah, that was great.
Because the
She literally ran off
numbers
the stage.
do not lie.
So my brain actually just did a little math. You might be rubbing off on me, or it might just be one of those moments where I'm probably going to have an aneurysm and fall over here.
Well, please don't.
I won't do that.
You're heavy.
I am. Wait a minute. 21 million per state. Let's break that down real fast. That's 40 houses in a nice upscale neighborhood
Yes.
at $500,000 a piece.
80. It's 80 middle class houses.
80 middle class houses. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
I guarantee you 80 houses were erased.
Yeah.
Even if you
Way
want to
more
dial it down to hovels, like hillbillies living in the sticks in houses that they built 200 years ago when their families first came over from Scotland and Ireland, which is most of Appalachia. Even if you want to go there, you're still only getting up to around 300 houses.
Yeah. 21 million is nothing.
Nothing.
That's like maybe 2 days worth of food per state for the amount of people affected.
Yeah, if you're feeding them beans and rice.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is top of line stuff.
Yeah.
You get what
bad.
you get. You don't throw a fit.
So what they're not telling you in this, and it's very telling in how they say it, the agency also says that more than 3,000 North Carolina residents have been rescued or supported by more than 1,200 urban search and rescue personnel. Urban, it's as rural as it gets, with recovery efforts aided by National Guard and active duty troops. False. North Carolina has also received $100 million in federal transportation funds to rebuild roads and bridges washed out by the storm, which means nothing during the disaster itself. Here's the lie. So the second this happened, the people of that area are, as I stated, they're the hillbillies. They're the Appalachian mountain men.
100 million divided by 6.
Pop's doing math again. I'm going to keep talking while he's doing the math. The locals immediately started responding. Vehicles could not get through. So we started seeing videos immediately of the mountain men going in there leading literal mule teams.
Yes.
Carrying supplies. One guy had what looked like fucking war goats. He's leading this string of animals, and I'm looking, look at he's got a mule. Holy crap, that one's got horns. And I look closer, this guy's got goats that are like
Mules.
4 feet at the shoulder. I'm like, what the hell kind of a goat is that?
They're actually dwarven war goats. You should know this.
I don't have any, but now I want one. I'll tell you that right now. I want one of these goats. He's leading a train of goats with supplies on it. People were getting in there with ATVs. The Cajun Navy of Hurricane Katrina fame showed up, and mustered 50 helicopters. They went from 25 to 50 helicopters in like a day.
I believe they're telling the federal government to fuck off.
The Cajun Navy issued basically the following statement. I will paraphrase, but get it as right as I can. We're going in there to help people. FEMA, if you attempted to interfere, we will take you back to Louisiana, where we will give you a one-way guided tour of the swamps.
Hang on, we got a guy, Rachel Wall. She's
Rachel Wall. What about Rachel?
in the email. She's a new North Carolina resident.
Mm-hmm.
Please get me on tap into your stream right now. I live in North Carolina, and I've been to the danger zone, and I've seen.
I can do that.
Oh, hang on.
Send her the link in an email. Do you have the link?
I'll get it.
Can you do that?
Let's see. Go to the.
We're going to try and get you in.
Yeah, go to the StreamYard link. Go to the StreamYard screen, and then
Command C. Okay, over here.
There's an invite down there at the bottom. If you go to the StreamYard.
Go back to the StreamYard.
Yeah, and let's see.
Invite.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, take that. Copy that.
I have
link.
that. Okay.
All right, go to my email, and find that woman.
Where is she? Inbox.
It says NC resident.
NC resident.
Yeah.
I see you. We are going to get you in. Command V.
Now, we're not planning to do this, but I'll take fresh information over the bullshit from the mainstream media any day. Have a headphone with the speaker. You don't necessarily need to have a webcam. Just let us know.
Yeah, we'll get you in here. So the Cajun Navy basically told them that if FEMA interfered, that they would kill them, is the long and short of that. What this NPR article lies about the most here is who is rendering the aid, who is bringing the supplies into the people who are in there. And I have it firsthand that FEMA was blockading. There are a lot of other reports that FEMA was blockading.
Well, they're blockading, and then they were taking supplies and saying that they brought them there when they didn't.
I think we have.
Did you make it?
Hello?
Yes, hello, everybody.
Did you make it in?
Yes.
Is this our North Carolina?
Yes, I'm from North Carolina.
Roger that. Shoot, buddy. Let's hear it.
All right. What do you want to know?
All right.
Go, Pop.
All right. First of all, what is it like on the ground now?
As far as I understand, towns are no longer there. You have complete decimation. Blowing Rock is completely gone.
What was the name of
It's a
that?
town called Blowing Rock.
Blowing
I've
Rock?
heard of it.
Blowing Rock.
What was there? Do you know how many people they had living there?
I think it was close to 5 or 6. It was a small little town.
Oh, it's a small
A
town.
lot of that area, those little mountain towns,
Yeah.
they've been 400, 500, 600 people for 200 years.
Yeah. Okay.
They've been around a long time.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
My cousin lives down there. He's a half Chippewa.
Have you heard any reports of people that have been killed in action down there?
Yes.
Well, what numbers do you have?
Now, I'm sorry, I don't have a headset, so it's a little echoey.
It's fine. What numbers do you have?
We're close to the 2000s.
Holy shit!
Yeah, told you.
So the
The
mainstream
government
media-
is not reporting it. I wish I took pictures. I went up there over the past weekend and yesterday.
Well, we couldn't
So
show the
over the-
pictures. We couldn't show those pictures on YouTube.
YouTube is-
No. They're not dead bodies, but the pictures I have, or I wish I took, was there's refrigeration trucks in front of the Walmart. There's a security company that is taking over. I wish I had my notes, but I can give you the names.
What's the name
So
of the security
one-
company?
The one that I know right now is basically they bought out Blackwater. And we have Blackwater operators.
It's Academy.
Yeah.
No, it's not Academy. It's something with a C.
All right.
Constellus?
I'll find him.
All right. Continue it. The name is irrelevant.
Yes.
Okay.
My guess is these refrigerator trucks you're talking about, they're using those to put the bodies.
Yes.
And the refrigerator truck, yeah.
Yeah.
There is dead bodies in the trees. There's dead bodies on the ground. At one time, there was a 6,000 population of homeless in Nashville. And they can't make a count of anyone.
All right. Well, that's
wow.
so
what the homeless were doing, they were sleeping by the edge of the river.
All right.
Oh,
And when the flood came, it looks like they were washed away.
oh God! The same thing happened in Seoul when I was there in 1998.
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 days prior before the big rains, there was a rainstorm in the mountains. So that you really have the ground saturated.
Oh God! So it came away like butter. When
Yes.
Weeks after the monsoons in Korea, they were finding bodies washed downstream, like 40, 50 miles, dude. Well,
Yes.
what's left of the bodies?
Yeah. So there is.
All right. So hang on. I just gotta. Am I echoing out there? Can somebody let us know in the chat if we need to turn off the echo cancellation on our end or something?
You might need to.
Stand by. Audio.
Echo cancellation.
How is that?
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear you?
Okay,
now?
good. The echo went away.
All right. Good.
There
Good.
we
All
go.
right. Sorry about that.
Okay. So another thing too is the things I'm going to say on here is definitely going to put me on the list, but I think I need to tell everybody.
Dude,
There is.
best lists already.
Hang on. Before you start, I need to make an announcement.
Do it.
All right. As you all know, we've been radically demonetized by YouTube, and we are pulling in less than 10% of what we made as little as 6 years ago. All right. Now, we've been taking screenshots, and we'll make one amount of money one day, and then they'll minus $200 the next day. How they come up with this math, I have no idea.
We're in the hundreds now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you want to continue to get this kind of information from us, we need financial support because we are literally operating below a shoestring budget here. And listen, you're getting the news here. We're getting it to you right from the source, which is exceedingly rare today. Hopefully, this will break out into a wider range of people because they need to hear this. Listen, our own government has turned their backs on its own citizens, squandered its money, stolen your taxpayer money, and literally have no problem turning their back on thousands of killed in action during this flooding event. This is serious business. We need your assistance. Please help. All right. Sorry about that. Continue on.
Go ahead, Crash
So
Up.
this, yeah. So this may put me on a list here, but I need to tell everybody.
You are in
according-
the land of lists. Welcome to the club, my friend.
According to what I saw up there is 5,000 illegal immigrants from Ecuador brought in to help clean up, and the U.S. Border Patrol is around there. The U.S. Border Patrol is operating in the mountains of North Carolina right now. I don't know why, but they're there.
That makes actually a ton of sense. They would exploit that hole.
Yes, but I have to give it to the illegal immigrants. They're working like freaking ants out there. This is the cleanup that you're seeing now. Now, there's a couple of conspiracies I have heard out there. I cannot confirm them, but the chief of police in Bat Cave, North Carolina, told me this about a week ago. There was a convoy of 4 vehicles going up to deliver items, and they lost radio communication. There were civilians. When the police came to the vehicle, there was four perfectly placed 30 caliber rounds through the windshield, high precision shots of the windshield. When the police were attempting to investigate it, the feds immediately came in and shut it down. In fact, actually, I think it was FEMA who came by and shut it down immediately from any further investigations. People thought they wrote it up as looters, but the items are still in the vehicle. The loot, wherever you want to call it, the supplies were still in the vehicle.
Okay.
Why was 4 perfectly placed sniper shots from a high precision rifle through the windshields?
Well, hang on. All right. Now, first of all, you can make that conclusion. I would have to see actual pictures of windshields and stuff.
Pops an actual green
to let you know if it was actual sniper work or just somebody ambushing the vehicles and shooting from close range.
Got it. That right. Once again, that's just something I heard come up. What's up?
Yeah. Listen, we understand. This is all rumor control here.
Do write that down. We
Bat
have
Cave?
guys in the area. Let's see if we can put some eyes on that.
Bat Cave, North Carolina.
Yes. And then in order for me, or civilians to enter Batcave, North Carolina right now, we need a password. This is why I wrote on the Redonkulas chat for the password to get in. If somebody who's military, somebody who knows someone who's operating, please either give me the password or give me a contact of someone who's up there. We need to bring supplies through. The police and the FEMA have shut down all the roads going into the city now. All roads are closed off now.
Into Batcave.
Wow.
Everywhere. Every road.
Every road.
Every road into the mountains now are closed off.
I can actually demonstrate that. I pulled the map. What did I do with it? FEMA Harris.
Did you not pull it up?
I did pull it up. I just don't know what I did with it because I am a dumb ass.
It's okay.
Here to tell you the truth, they followed out my vehicle going in and going out. When I left after dropping off the equipment, the supplies, I was followed out by a blacked out Jeep, what is it? Jeep Wagoneer, followed by them.
They're intimidating. That's intimidating.
Pulled over at gunpoint, and they searched my vehicle. They didn't find anything. They were looking for items in my vehicle.
Like what items?
That's intimidation technique.
The supplies. They don't want me dropping supplies off, but it was too late. I already dropped it off.
So here's the map. Drop me on Batcave here.
I don't see it. Let's see.
You gotta type in Batcave, North Carolina.
Well, I've got the map of road.
Is it north, south, North Carolina?
Yeah. Steer me toward it, and I'll find it.
You gotta zoom in.
Okay, I have Graham County on the west side of the map.
No, it's in the affected area.
Okay, it's in the affected area. North, south, east, west. I need a better. Okay, there's Crabtree. There's Leicester.
It's right outside of Spruce Pine.
Spruce Pine. Tab pop and see if you can.
All right, stand by.
Southern end of the state, northern end of the state, Rutherford County.
Bat Cave ends North Carolina map. Boom.
Madison County, Price Creek.
It's located Highway 64.
There's Spruce Pine. I found Spruce Pine.
West
yes. Where Spruce Pine is, it's going to be right by a place called Bat Cave. Obviously, they're not going to say the roads are closed there, but they are closed going in. The NC State Troopers are by the front side. You can't get in.
Okay.
That looks like Rural Route 19E.
Yep, that's all closed. Can't get up 19.
Yeah.
Okay, Blue Ridge.
So people need to understand that, like, where we were supposed to go into are these hollers, these little like valleys, what have you. I mean, you couldn't even access it with a car. You had to get in a truck just to even get up there. So forget about getting up there via car.
Okay. All right. Oh wow, this is insane. Okay.
Yeah, you can see they've got looks like an enclosure area, Pop.
Yeah. It's totally surrounded.
It looks like those are the roads from 19 are open and everything, but they've got road obstruction, weather event. There's a cordon around this. You can look at this, and if you know what you're looking at, you can see there's a cordon around that area.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Now, I'm wondering if the North Carolina National Guard has been deployed over.
They have. And there is actually a video of them doing the low flyby and destroying people's stuff. They did it again yesterday.
Is that them confirmed?
That is confirmed. Those videos that you are seeing has happened. One of my friends
I
out there.
The videos happened, but is that confirmed as the Guard?
The Chinook. There's a video with a Chinook flying by and doing it.
I've seen that.
Yeah, that's not. Homeland Security doesn't have Chinooks. That's either an active army or a National Guard.
There is National Guard troops out there.
Yeah, okay. I'm just looking right here. They have 1,000 National Guard soldiers. We're conducting search and rescue missions, distributing food, blah, blah. Active duty military personnel, Fort Liberty. That's actually Fort Bragg.
Oh, this jibes with what you're saying here.
Wow.
Western North Carolina floods. I just pulled up Google Maps. Batcave is just northwest of Chimney Rock, which I know also.
Chimney Rock is gone, yes. Yes, I'm sorry. What did I say? Blowing Rock. Chimney Rock is gone. You can't get in, can't get out. No houses there, and everyone's missing in Chimney Rock.
Pop and I know the area east of Charlotte because Fayetteville, Fort Bragg.
Yeah, Vietnam. That's what we call it.
Vietnam.
Yeah. I've spent many a year there.
There's Asheville. There's Lake Lure.
Lake Lure. Yep, Lake Lure got completely flooded. The dam failed out there.
Oh wow,
I heard that. So
wow.
this whole area here,
it's gone.
this is 74 and 64 are the cross that runs through Batcave.
Yes.
Holy smoke!
And
The entrance to get into Batcave is closed off right now
that's
by the state police.
What other areas do you know about? Are you just in that area?
I stopped off there to do what I had to do. But as of today, or yesterday, we'll go back to Monday. Monday, I went up there to just check out the area, get reconnaissance, get some pictures. Asheville's completely closed. The FEMA is at Walmart. FEMA has been at Walmart. I have pictures of their vehicles. Looks like they have like a large box truck with a satellite dish on top. And then also on Monday, I have a photo of a Chevrolet Suburban, new one with a satellite dish on top. It looks like they're not blocking any sort of radio signals. There is a tower that's out there that people are using ham radio on. And I don't suggest anyone to talk on there because, that is used right now as the lifeline.
I got you.
Yeah, that's the repeater.
Yeah.
I know about I was signals intelligence. Those antennas, I bet if I looked at them, I could tell you exactly.
But yeah, Pop, I will send you photos of what I have and you can look through it and see how you feel about it.
Do you know any North Carolina State Troopers?
No, I don't know any by name, but I know who they are.
All right. Well, if there's any of them watching the show, let us know on the email. We'll bring you in. What else have you seen? What else?
The dead bodies. I've seen that. I've seen the destruction. Can't get in. FEMA. What else do you want to know? FEMA will follow you. I was followed out on Monday by a blacked out.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. Listen, in the grand scheme of things, they can follow you. They can do whatever.
Maybe you can help dispel something that I heard yesterday. I mentioned that I've got a sister who lives in the media bubble and won't leave it. She said that she's being told through the news that the looters are the mountain men up in the Appalachians. I didn't think so.
So I spoke to the police chief in what was it? I forgot what county. He was a sheriff, actually, as a matter of fact, and he told me that it is people coming down from the cities. They are primarily coming into Asheville. They're coming from the city of Charlotte and the city of Atlanta.
Let me guess, they're of either the taco variety or chicken variety.
Yes. And they are coming in and they are sweeping houses because the people the reason why you're seeing a lot of people not leaving their homes is because of that. These homes are over 100, 200 years old. This was passed down from family generation to generation.
Yeah,
so they're choosing to stick it out.
I got you. But you got to understand, though, is a lot of those houses and villages are really close to the waterways and the amount of water they got. I mean,
some of them, that's how they got around.
I know, but, they're fucked.
I mean, I could tell you when I saw some of the videos, the fresh videos, when the rain was coming, the floods were happening, people's houses are being uplifted and floated down the river.
Yeah.
It is disturbing to watch.
Yeah.
And what's scary is that I think I have a couple pictures. One of the ladies out there who I was helping, she pointed to me the neighbor's house, and all you see is his chimney just sitting right where the house used to be. His house is gone. His house has been down the river, but his chimney is still on the foundation.
Yep. Wow. I've seen that. Now, remember what I just said about they use the waterways to get around, Pop?
Uh-huh.
Look at the lay of the roads.
Yeah, they run right along the water.
Everything was done by water until they put the roads in. That's how they moved around back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
And there would have been horse tracks or mule tracks because they would have dragged. We have canals here in Michigan. They used to drag horse barges.
Yeah, the Erie Canal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll bet you that's what they did here. And that's why the flooding is so devastating, because those waterways lead to everything. That's where all the civilization was.
Yeah, wow. And
but
if the water levels are 30 to 40 feet deep, you're talking 200 to 300 meters on each side of that stream or river being flooded. So you're talking a quarter-mile swath running through that valley, just basically scrubbing everything out of its way.
Unless you've got like a mile line of sight, you've got seconds before it gets you to.
Yeah. That's that. Listen, man, my heart goes out to these people, man. That's screwed up.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to have a feel good story, yesterday listening to the radio on my radio, just listening in on the tower, there is a lady who's doing net control out there, and she reported yesterday that Duke Energy officially has 200 houses back with power. People, there are supplies moving around, so I thank everybody for moving supplies. The only thing they are going to need now, if you can find a place that donates, is propane and warm weather gear. As of yesterday, it started dropping down to about 40 degrees up in the mountains.
Wow.
But they do have enough supplies to make it. Everyone thanks you for that. Everyone thanks you for the donations. The items did make it. Unfortunately, some items didn't, were taken away. But prior to all that, yes.
I just helped a guy who's a high roller here. Remember that security we did at that house?
Oh, yeah. At the thing.
That guy?
For the dude?
That guy rolls 7-8 digits deep.
Yeah.
He is on his way down there, and he is going to use some of his money to make these purchases. Send us a list of what they need. He's already been put in contact with a couple of pastors down there to move supplies through churches and keep them out of the hands of our friendly neighborhood idiots in black vehicles. So get us lists of what you need, and I've got a guy with deep pockets who can see that happens.
Okay, I'll send it to Pop. But yeah, right now they're going to need some warm weather stuff. It looks like they're going to need small propane tanks, small little like those camping stoves. They're going to need that.
Something you can.
What I was told: jackets, baby, stuff for the baby jackets, baby clothes,
blankets.
Yeah,
blankets. Yes, blankets, big time blankets.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stuff that you can hump in.
Yes.
Have you heard any other stories?
I mean,
any more good stories? Because this is grim. This is really grim shit. Like I said, I've stood in the middle of stuff like this, so I know what's going on.
I mean,
there.
Let's just be honest.
Give us some good news.
If the KIA list goes to 10,000 or more, that's a low yield nuclear warhead.
No, it won't. It won't go that high. It will.
I mean, right now the death toll they're telling you is not what's really going on out there. I mean, there's still people unaccounted for.
Yeah.
Right now, there's still people who, I mean, if you were to go out there, it looks like something out of the zombie apocalypse. People just walking around.
Listen, man, if there's a whole bunch of these small towns that have been washed off the map, we could be looking at 10,000 casualties.
Yeah. I mean, the refrigeration trucks are filled to the brim, and you can see them moving the bodies back down into the cities.
I wonder if you can actually get anybody at a decent distance under magnification to film that, because
we could try.
Well, I mean, it's just standard observation shit, I guess.
So when Eisenhower found the camps in Western Germany, he said, take pictures of everything because somebody is going to say this never happened. That's where we are right now.
But like I said, going in there, even with the low cell phone reception, just because of the topography of the land, it looks like FEMA is maybe blocking some of the cell phone reception signals out there. I have noticed that because when you get to Asheville, you can't even get on your cell phone or anything. But
if you go in there with comms, you are a very silly man.
Right. I mean, by the grace of God, I have my handheld ham radio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might be able.
They haven't blocked that.
Well, you can get away with a ham radio as long as you have a ham radio license.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's another thing too. Yes, FEMA is, if they catch you without a license, they're taking your radio equipment, and if they catch you with a Starlink, they will take your Starlink away.
Okay, so 1, that's illegal.
Yes.
2, here are the actual laws around a ham radio. During a time of emergency or crisis, all those rules go out the window. Anybody who says anything else is lying to you or works for the government.
Yes.
Same goes with the Starlinks. If they try to take your stuff, they're acting under color of law. They're violating what's called 18 U.S. Code Section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. So, yeah, that's actually feds committing a federal crime.
Now, what's going on with these rumors I've been hearing about FEMA, telling people that they now own their property and all that other shit?
Haven't heard any stories about that. Once again, let me see what my sources and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not heard that, but like I said, I know about the illegal immigrants running around cleaning up, and
That's-
then it sounds like they're going to be released right after. Border Patrol is in the state of North Carolina. There's multiple blacked out vehicles. It looks like a version of Blackwater is in the state operating. The director of FEMA actually was found bloodied and beaten up by the civilians. That's true.
It happened?
That happened. That actually happened.
The director got his ass handed to him.
Yes,
That's a
that
field.
actually happened.
That goes in the W column.
Well, I mean,
After that happened, for some reason, after that happened is when the lockdowns happened.
well, here's the thing.
Sure, they're not. They have to try to nip it in the bud before people get any ideas.
Yes.
Right.
In other words, rinse, lather, repeat, my friend.
Well, hang on.
Evil button pushing monkey is on deck.
Oh, you're.
We've got an evil button pushing monkey.
Hang on, Jimmy. Hold on. All right, before we start going down the road of yes, let's beat the crap out of people, or let's not go there. All right, let's just tone this down. Right now, we have to deal with the fact that we're looking at a. I'm going to be honest. If that number of KIAs goes over 10K, that's a low nuclear event. That's like a Davy Crockett bomb going off in a fairly populous city.
It's bad.
This is bad. This is real bad. Now, this devastation isn't. It looks like it's like 1/3 of the state. It's not actually. It's not isolated to a couple towns. So we don't even know what this number can go to. I mean, look how big that is. Go to that back to that map real quick.
I mean, I'm not trying to disgust everyone, but the second you step into the little towns, you can smell the death in the air.
Well, yeah,
we know what that smells.
I've been on the battlefield. I know what that smells like. But yeah, man, that's just terrible. How long have you been watching the show? Just on the side note.
Me?
Yeah.
Since like 2014. I've been on your show a couple times. I was the one who told you the story when I got COVID and I got the injection.
Yeah.
Not the poke and smoke, the ivermectin. Or is it the antibodies?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, and if you have any more information, let us know. If there's anyone else out there who's in the affected area and you have a story to tell, send us an email to redonkulas12@gmail.com. We'll send you the StreamYard link. We'll get you on here, okay? But I'm looking for anybody who's in a police department or anyone in the know for killed in action. I would like to get my hands on that information before we sign off tonight. But please let us know.
I would ask very politely if you can, anybody who's state police or the agents up there, to give me the passwords, please, to get into these areas. There are people dying of starvation and hunger right now.
Yeah,
starvation and dehydration because they cannot make it to the Walmart. There's only one Walmart FEMA is at in Asheville. You have hundreds and hundreds of miles of mountains that people have to walk to get items and food. Yes, the stuff is there. FEMA is handing it out, but you have to walk to them. There is a guy who I met on the radio, and actually I met him in real life. He said he walks 6 miles a day to get stuff for his family, and that is sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
A lot of those people are used to being able to just go to the store. Now, my family comes from the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, and we know that in the winter, we stockpile. If you go to a house in the UP, there's 3 months of food in every single house up there. But these people didn't have weather like that. They wouldn't have known to do that. And actually, that's something you can tell people. You might want to consider stockpiling 3 months of food, because if this can happen once, it can obviously happen again.
Okay, we got somebody here from Mr. Conway. This is Julie Dockers on FEMA in Black Rock in North Carolina. Fast version 310. It's 3 minutes and 48 seconds long. It's in the Jimmy. It's in the email. If you can take a look at that, let me know if it's acceptable for YouTube. I don't want to show any dead bodies or any granny whisker biscuits or anything like that.
On it.
That's fantastic. Hey, Trash Ops, thanks a lot for coming on, man. We really appreciate
the information.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Like I said, I'm going to send the photos of what I have out there, what I've seen, and just see if what you guys can think of it, because it's not good. What's going on up there is we may be looking down the barrel of a second civil war at this time. The people are fed up. The people are not happy. The people who live in the mountains, right? The high mountains, they are diehard red Republican, and they do not like the government being up there. The county sheriffs do not like the government being up there. But they had to bend the knee to let FEMA in.
No.
But if they had it their way, FEMA would not be there.
Here's the funny part: is if you have a county sheriff, they actually have more power in that area than the FEMA does. So if those guys are willing to, to basically put their foot down, they could shut a lot of this shit down, and they don't have to bend a knee.
Now, I'll tell you what's going to happen. And the same kind of people that I described living up in the UP, there will be pockets of those mountain men that they don't like feds coming around.
Yep.
And when I was a boy, a couple of feds disappeared in the UP.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you down in Appalachia, if those feds get too sniffy, a couple of them are going to go missing.
Yeah, that's why they're not going to come and deliver stuff. They know not to go up in the mountains.
Yeah,
that's why they stay at the Walmarts and hand out stuff.
Listen, we're not here to preach violence or have any.
No.
I'm just telling you that this is very precarious. They're in the media. I got maybe 277 people KIA'd after 8 days, and you're telling me at a minimum it's 2,000.
Yes,
that's a disparage of 10 to 1.
Yeah,
that is unfucking acceptable. I'm a big fucking boy. You can fucking tell me what's going on. I can fucking handle it. You don't have to baby it down for me like the mainstream media is doing for whatever reason. And I think it's political. It's not just hurt feelings of individuals.
I'm going to put it this way too. Another thing. I'm sorry for interrupting you. So, what's it called? Camel Toe Harris actually came down to North Carolina, but she only came to Charlotte for an hour. Donated 2 or 3 things, said, "Hey, God bless everybody." Didn't go to the mountains and flew back up to Washington. She didn't dare step foot in the mountains.
All right.
Donald Trump showed up in the mountains and gave, I think it was $2 million in aid.
Good. All right. Awesome. All right. We got to let you go here. We got to get going on. All right. But thank you,
Pop. I appreciate everything. If I find anything else, I'll let you know.
Please do. Thank you.
I will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Listen, man, that's better than all of the articles we have to cover. I mean, we're literally hearing from somebody on the ground who's actually been there.
Yeah, who's there?
Wow,
that's because nobody knew about the border patrol and the illegals. Apparently, he said there's like 3,000 illegals from Ecuador up in there.
Well, it's probably more than that. I would say 5,000.
And you're getting this information from where?
It's just my gut.
It's your gut? I'll take that. That's okay.
My gut's telling me 3,000 is light.
The intel analyst, I'm going to need more references than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a couple of credible sources.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I did peruse that video that Jerry sent in. That one is good. I actually did see this one earlier.
All right.
Put
it up.
Jimmy, you have the helm. Do it.
All right. Oh, actually, I got to do this first. I got to copy and paste into the you fucking mouse. Got to copy and paste into the Brave browser, so it's not a huge pain in the ass. Sorry. All right.
Jimmy, you missed the nightmare earlier as Pop and I tried to get everything set up.
I saw that. I just got out of work and I texted that and I was like, "Oh, how's the show going?" Echo, echo, echo. I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah. We unfucked it. It's all right.
But not that tab. I want this tab.
Bye, Redonkulas swag.
There you go. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Sorry about that. That's the one I want. There we go. Okay, fair warning. This woman is talking really, really fast and gives out a lot of information. So we're going to have to play and pause it as we go. But here you go.
Okay, listen, please don't scroll. I have some juice for you. You know how all of this flooding, this huge hurricane that headed to the hills in North Carolina, and everybody's like, "Oh, we don't get hurricanes here. There was no warning, nothing." Listen, there's a company called Piedmont Lithium Ltd. Look.
Piedmont Lithium.
Yeah, I know about this. I know about Piedmont, that is.
They own over 3,600 acres in that area, and they've been wanting to start mining because there's $350 billion worth of lithium underground and pure quartz, the most lithium in the entire world. They've been trying since 2021 with the townspeople to start mining, but everybody's completely opposed to it because it poisons the water and and it crushes the environment with all of the, pollution. And, of course, there's the noise and everything else, and they don't want their town tore up. So some people have, opted to sell their land, but they say that other people are vehemently opposing it. Look, you can look into this. None of this is made up. It's all public facts. Elon Musk had a 3-year contract somewhere in China. He was mining lithium there, and it's just became up this year. It expired, and he signed a new contract on April 15th with Piedmont Lithium. Elon Musk. Guess who owns first share of stakes in Piedmont?
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Who does own first shares of Piedmont? This ought to be interesting. Looks like I'm drawing some more maps. Son of a bitch. No rest for the wicked. Play.
Piedmont Lithium. BlackRock. Guess who owns second, highest share of stakes in Piedmont Lithium? Vanguard. Seems a little too coincidental if you ask me that nobody in town wants to let these people mine. There's $350 billion worth of lithium and pure quartz underground that they need desperately to power AI and electric cars and whatever else in the world. So all of a sudden, since 2021, they're going back and forth and fighting, and nobody wants to mine. All of a sudden, this giant hurricane, Category 4, looks like it's headed toward, Mexico, and all of a sudden makes a drastic sharp turn and goes right towards North Carolina and destroys the whole town. They won't let anybody in or out. Here's my thoughts. Remember, TikTok for entertainment purposes only, okay? But they won't let anybody in or out, right? They won't let anybody use their own helicopters to help people. Why do you think that is? Think about it. Listen, these people, even if these poor, unfortunate souls that I'm praying for so hard, even if they die, their family has to collect their body. They need their remains in order to get a death certificate. And once you get a death certificate, you can claim life insurance and you can claim rights to the property. But without a body, there is no death certificate. There is no insurance. There is no rights to the property. So the land becomes up for grabs to the government. And then they seize the land. And then they can get mining as ASAP, as quick as they want. Think about it. All too coincidental. You guys have heard about HAARP, HAARP, weather manipulation. They've been causing earthquakes. Now they're causing these hurricanes. Come on. They've been modifying the weather since the 40s, guys. Everything I'm telling you, you can find out in 10 minutes if you just do a Google search. Look it up. Piedmont Lithium, Ltd. Look it up. See how much they've been fighting back and forth over the past few years with North Carolina to drill for stinking lithium. They don't want them there. And then all of a sudden, the whole place gets wiped out. Wonder why they won't let anyone in or out? They won't let people in to help them. FEMA's not helping them. You heard about those townspeople that went up against the FEMA guy and he was trying not to let them in and he beat him up, I guess, apparently. Good for them. But you guys got to understand, this is not a mistake. This is by design. Our government does not care about us. BlackRock, Vanguard owns everything, dude. They own the poisonous food they feed us down to the medications they give us after they poison us, down to the hospitals and the doctor's offices they treat us in. Remember that. This is no mistake. It's us versus them at this point, you guys. They've taken out all of North Carolina. They won't let anybody be saved. It's insane. Just like they did in Maui. Make no mistake. Just like they did in Maui. What did they do in Maui? No one could get in or out. You trap them in there and let them burn alive. Why? Because they want rights to the land. That's where they're going to create these 15-minute cities in trash, right? Come on, guys. Or who knows what's underground there.
Speaking of the 15-minute cities, Tampa Bay.
Tampa is scheduled to be one of those 15-minute cities. I saw that earlier.
Yeah, yep. And if you look at the track that they're having for this next hurricane, guess where it's going right to?
Florida. Yep.
Wake up. Our government is not for you. They're against you. And stinking Kamala Harris talking about $750 per family, not person. And first of all.
And that $750 is a loan that you must pay back.
That's correct. By the way, before you hit play on her, she is clearly a were-gerbil.
Yes.
Okay.
Hit play.
Hitting play.
Oh, how are they supposed to apply for that? They have no electricity. They got to go online. Okay, they're hanging in trees to survive. Yeah, guys, can you find a computer in your stinking drowned city so they can get $750 and can maybe buy you a few bags of groceries and a pack of underwear? Maybe, that's what they'll do. They'll use their precious Wi-Fi. And Elon Musk, what? Through those Starlinks up above so they can get service? That's the least he can do. You're not going to tell me you didn't know about this. BlackRock, Vanguard, Elon Musk, the three of them. I guarantee you hand in hand. I'm praying and hoping that Trump knows nothing about this because Elon just endorsed him. I'm praying and hoping that he's not just complicit and idly standing by. I know there's a lot of junk that goes down that they don't tell us because they don't want mass hysteria. But listen, that is no accident. Those poor unfortunate souls in North Carolina are dying by design. And they're letting no one in to help them by design. Speak up. Use your voice. Please share this video. Please. People need to know. We need to do something. This isn't okay.
It's very disturbing.
Holy cow, I can't get past her voice. No, it's good. It's very good information. It's very good information. Absolutely.
I don't, man, I am, wow, this is fucked up. I mean, all right, now, hang on. Literally, we're on the verge of World War III.
Yeah.
And if this is how our government is going to respond to a I would say it's a little bit more than a localized destruction because it's across 6 states. You just fucking wait till something serious, something much worse than this happens. You're not going to get any fucking help from them.
No.
at all.
more serious are we looking at, though?
Well, I seriously think before I get done with my air addiction, I am going to see a nuclear warhead used in anger.
You're like on the nukes today. That's your thing today.
I'm just, but and I look at this.
I know, but you're.
That's
on
what
the
it
nukes.
looks like.
It does. It does look. I mean, I've seen events like I said already. Not to continue to beat that horse, but I've stood in events like this, and yeah, they're freaking awful. And Korea's the size of Indiana.
All right. Well,
So when the
hypothetically,
monsoon hit that, it was the whole country that got smoked.
yeah. But okay, let's say Yellowstone, that volcano decides to get stupid. You think FEMA's going to be able to help the surrounding states? Fuck no.
Look, I am not voting for Trump or Harris in this election. I am voting for Cthulhu and the sweet meteor of death. Okay, that's my vote.
I got you. Now listen, I'm about a 72% Trump guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mainly, I'm supporting him because what he did for the economy on his last go around.
Honestly, he's a stopgap.
Yes.
He will buy us some time.
That's right. And we need to come up with a solution post Ricky Tick after him. All right. But that's a whole other video.
I say this jokingly all the time. People need to take this seriously because do you want Adolf? Because this is how you get Adolf. That's really where this is going.
Yep. Not to make light of the situation going on over on that side of the country, but when I was leaving work earlier today, apologies for being tardy to the party, by the way. I happened to come across this tweet. Half of Wyoming is burning right now, but you didn't hear a peep about it. 73,000 acres of the Bighorn National Forest are on fire.
Yeah.
I did not hear a single peep about that, and that is right in my next door.
I have a feeling that we're going to see a whole bunch of this before the election, and it is to cause exhaustion in the public.
Yes.
So that the public will capitulate when they steal the election because we need the federal government to help us right now because we're very sad and we're exhausted. And I'm not making light of the people that are going through this. I'm making light of their plan. It is really seriously starting to look like that. I think they're trying to exhaust us so that we capitulate when they steal this coming election.
I think that the way their agenda that they're trying to push and whatnot, we know who that is. They're basically going with
Jimmy.
battered.
Jimmy.
What?
Jimmy? Do you mean the Bolsheviks?
Oh my God, you bastard!
Sorry.
But I think what the government is basically going for is basically battered wife syndrome. They're just going to keep beating us and beating us and beating us until we submit, and then they're just going to keep on beating us.
Yep.
Correct.
And, well, some people don't like being beat.
Well, here's the thing, though, is at some point, it's not going that playbook's not going to work anymore. If you go throughout history, that never works in the long run. No. At best, you're going to get superficial, short outcomes that are desirable to individuals who follow that game plan. But when enough people have had enough, it doesn't just blow up. It goes absolutely nuclear. That's how you wind up with a guillotine and an endless line of people getting their body weight reduced by 22%.
If that does happen, I do ask that we put a ramp at the end of the guillotine and set up bowling pins.
Well, I myself don't want to participate in that. I'm just using historical examples.
Jimmy, I will one-up you. We put a ramp that leads to the basket on a trebuchet so that as each head is taken and rolls down, it falls into the basket of the trebuchet, which then flings the head at bowling pins that are 300 yards away.
You want to do Evil Dead
while it's on fire? While the head is on fire.
Or how about a skeet shooting competition?
We could also do that. Yeah, we could also do that
in Minecraft. YouTube in Minecraft.
Well, I don't think we're going to rig a ramped guillotine with trebuchets and skeet launchers. So I'm sure the federal government will be. They're probably taking notes right now. Going, these people are really sick. I don't want to do this job anymore. These people frighten me.
But my thing is this, though. I mean, we have this major shit going down, and nobody's covering it.
Yeah.
That is how bad our mainstream media has gotten. And we as a people need to actually shut this shit down and pass some laws that we can't have 6 corporations owning all of our media. This is ridiculous. And we're beyond ridiculous. This is redonkulous. Because if it's wrong and ridiculous, it's redonkulous. And we can fuck with it. So it's well within the range.
That's where we really are right now.
Yeah.
And the rail barons back in the 1800s got a monopoly going and were broken up for exactly this kind of reason, because rail was the equivalent of, power-wise, the media today.
Yeah.
And they broke the rail barons up because they had too much power. Well, now the media has all of that power.
Yeah.
The problem is they've purchased all of Congress. There's nobody in Congress that is not purchased today. I refuse to believe that there are any honest members of Congress at all.
I'll give you 10%.
Nope.
They got to be new.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. If they are new and there is 10%, it's because they just stepped into office and it's going to take about 3 months to get their payments in place.
Fair enough.
Oh, I was just going through the chats or whatnot and just happened to stumble upon this one. Fire in Wyoming Bighorns. I have a source in Sheridan, 30 miles from it. If you need intel on the fire in the Bighorns, I have intel. There is a mine between Dayton, where the fire is, and Sheridan. Once a coal mine, now a massive hoard of rare earth minerals. It was lightning started. If you want to know.
Put the link for that story in the chat so everyone can look at it.
Yep, this one comes from Stag. So Stag, send us another email about that. Keep us in touch on that.
We may have to do a sequel to this episode that covers the number of disasters that are cropping up, because we're about to add one with Milton.
Yeah, and
we've got Wyoming.
We did do a show on all of the food processing plants that burned down mysteriously. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we're not light on material.
No.
I hate getting light on material. You feel like you're repeating the same thing, beating the same horse.
Listen, we are living in very bizarre times right now.
We are living in interesting times. Fuck you, Confucius.
Yes.
So Biden-Harris administration provides more than $20 million to Hurricane Helene survivors. This is directly off the FEMA site itself. Ongoing search and rescue operations continue in North Carolina. This was released 5 days ago by the FEMA offices in Washington does crime. Washington, D.C. Washington does crime. Today, President Biden will travel to Georgia and Florida to survey damage, meet with local officials, community leaders, and first responders. Nobody wants you there. This was 5 days ago. I understand that. As search and rescue, power restoration, and communication capabilities remain top priorities throughout the Southeast, FEMA has already helped thousands of Hurricane Helene survivors jumpstart their recoveries with more than $20 million in flexible upfront funding, $750 loans that might buy you a couple of sandwiches for a few weeks.
Yes, listen. After you've lost your house, your possibly livelihood, or members of your family, $750 per family is bullshit.
It's nothing. I spend that in 2 weeks.
Correct.
Yep. It's a stab in the knife, and then they twist it, and then they twist it again when they send.
Now, a lot of people are saying these are loans that you'll have to pay back, and it's tied to your property, and they'll take your property if you can't. If anybody out there can get us a copy or the language from one of these loans, that would be tremendously helpful. Jimmy, I realize I cut you off. I'm sorry. Back to you.
That's right. But yeah, that $750 loan, that was the hurricane itself was the dagger in the back. That $750 loan was just a couple of twists.
Yeah.
And then they added in another couple of twists when they sent in electric chainsaws to a town that has no fucking power. I shit you not.
Wow.
I beg your fucking what?
Wow.
I can pull it up. Babylon Bee posted it.
Wow.
What the actual flaming dry and arid ass?
Yeah, and
I wish I was joking.
Battle Dwarf.
Pull it up. What?
The guy who just called in sent us the pictures of those vehicles with.
Oh wow!
So you
Okay.
can find them on my email.
Okay.
It's also Constellus is the security company.
Constellus. Oh, cool. Thanks. I'm imagining Trash Ops. Thank you for coming on again, and thank you for sending us pictures. Greatly appreciate that.
Oof.
Let me guess, they're not good. Jimmy, see if you can find that Babylon Bee thing. Throw it up.
On it. But continue on while I'm finding this thing because it's getting proven to be a little difficult right now.
Do what you got to do.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course.
If you go up one more email, there's the pictures. That one there.
Yeah. There's pictures in several of these here.
Yeah, up one more.
There isn't it up to go.
Okay.
Correction, it wasn't Babylon Bee, it was Not the Bee.
Not the Bee. Yeah, exactly. Not the Bee is there. You're not going to believe this site. So without throwing them up on the monitor right now, what I've got here
It's Border Patrol right there.
Yeah, it looks like U.S. Border Patrol vehicles parked at a BP station, and you can see the power is out, and they've got a black pickup truck, well, dark gray pickup truck with government plates.
There's one more email above that too.
Yeah, I saw it. Border Patrol, what are you doing that far inland, Border Patrol? Yeah, there's clearly, Border Patrol. They've got roads all blocked off.
And I believe there's a couple more emails above that one.
Okay. We will get to those, but Jimmy, get the...
I'm talking about the one you're already on.
I want Jimmy to do his thing with Not the Bee.
Yeah, okay.
I have it right here. I wish I was joking. Report, government sends electric chainsaws to an Appalachian town without power.
Nice. Sweet.
Comes from Masters on Twitter. I believe I've been seeing quite a few of his posts and whatnot. I believe he is up in the area and is reporting, but the government shipped up to 3 pallets of electric chainsaws to us in a community without power.
Yeah, and Battle Dwarf, one of those government vehicles with a satellite dish has got Starlink on it. You can see it right there in the picture.
Which one are you?
If you go back to that NC resident email,
yeah,
and that one there, the Rachel one right there, yeah, that one there, and you go up. If you hit that number 4,
oh, I see.
Yeah, there's 2 more there. There it is.
Yeah.
Boom. That one to the far right.
Okay, so that's a SATCOM. That's a VSAT array on the top of that vehicle there. That FEMA. Can I share this? I can share this tab. I'm sharing this tab.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a VSAT array on the top of the FEMA there. That connects to the military satellite communications network. We use those quite a bit.
Yep.
Let's see here. We've got a Georgia Suburban. That's a big shock. That there would be blacked out vehicles.
Yep.
And
Georgia has a major Fed hub, a very, very big Fed hub.
And then there's another one of those.
And then there's that. There is a Starlink.
That's a Starlink.
That's a Starlink. Yeah.
I thought they said Starlink wasn't working in there.
Of course they said that.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to say it, but as an old SIGINT guy, if Elon Musk dropped a bunch of Starlinks in there for people to use, the first thing I would do is get a Starlink in there to monitor.
Yeah.
To do SIGINT.
Yeah, I got you.
To do ops. I'd be running ops immediately on that.
But here's the thing, is the only reason for this much of a constricting security, in my opinion, is just to keep the story contained.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's not going to happen. This is fucking America. Everyone's got a fucking, camera in their pocket.
I didn't share those photos.
No, yeah, they were up.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I just didn't want to expose any names that needed to be up.
My bad.
All right, cool.
Nope, you're good. But speaking of blacked out SUVs, there was let's just say an incident that occurred with a helicopter and a staging area for emergency supplies.
There were 2 of those incidents.
2 of them, actually. 2 of them. Now, I'm not a military guy, so I don't know how things work and whatnot, but the 2 gentlemen here are. I don't know if you're supposed to, view your landing area, because the story is allegedly they were there for a water drop off. But they just happened to just come on in, do a few loops, and then hover right over the area, and then pull up and then dip out.
You're talking about that Black Hawk. We covered that right at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, so you must have missed that bit. You're not using a Black Hawk to do a water drop to more than a platoon size element.
Yeah, you're not.
They cannot carry that kind of weight. They're not rigged for it.
I mean, maybe you can get 8, maybe 10 guys in combat gear into a Black Hawk.
That's what they're designed for, is squad operations.
Yeah, that's it.
It's air mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it replaced the UH-1.
13 tops.
Yeah, it replaced the UH-1.
Yeah.
And did you mention the alleged Chinook incident?
Yeah.
We did mention that. We don't have...
we didn't find the video.
We don't have any video feed of that, though.
So the next one we've got on the hook here, though, I'm going to bring this up, is our friend Trash Ops was talking about Batcave.
Now, are you... is that one showing?
Hey, you. Shh, I got this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
FEMA, hey now.
Hey.
FEMA abandons devastated North Carolina town residents because it can't drive around a road closed sign. Nobody's been bringing in supplies except for civilians, which is as it should be. FEMA, we're going to send you a whole bucket of offs from Detroit.
Hang on.
Let's send them some offs from Zug Island.
I think we can. I think we can go dig some offs of fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Zug Island?
Yeah, we were going to send you a whole bucket of Zug Island offs for you to fuck, FEMA.
But here's another thing about FEMA. Remember in Puerto Rico when there was, I think the governor of Puerto Rico was throwing a fit about no support.
And there were warehouses full.
There were 6 warehouses full of materials that were discovered, was it 2 or 3 years later?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the stuff was spoiled. Yeah.
Yep, and they tried to blame Trump for not sending aid.
Yeah. So, and they did it specifically so they could blame Trump for not sending aid.
Correct.
But a whistleblower, got video out. So this is from 2 days ago. This is from Batcave, where Trash Ops was talking about. And
wow. Whew.
Like I said, it was obvious from the map that these people originally used the waterways, but see how that bridge is washed out right there? That road is washed out? That takes a tremendous amount of force. Every line and fracture that you see there is ground that was 10 feet high. See the people there? You can tell that we're talking about 10 feet of washout.
Oof.
That is a huge, and those houses along the edge,
they're condemned.
Yeah.
They're done.
Well, they've been there for 100 years, 200 years, a lot of them.
But the foundation,
they're gone
destroyed.
Now.
Yeah, they got to tear them
down
now. Yeah, don't walk across that board, kid.
All right. So we were asked for a video feed of the Chinook incident.
Yeah, throw it up there.
Oh, do you have
it? I found it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Now, when you're a Black Hawk is one thing.
Oh yeah, Chinooks are great. I told a funny Chinook story.
This is a whole other animal right here. Yep. This is like hurricane force winds that will blow you down.
Okay, so here,
Korsky hairdryer.
Yeah.
Here is the description. Here are 3 rotor wash incidents from North Carolina local relief stations I'm aware of at this time. Conspiracy Gardener Homestead. Don't know who he is, but he has video. First video is a military Chinook-style helicopter that rotor washed another relief station, blowing away aid, injuring 3 people, and causing $100K in damages to people's cars and campers. See the 4th upload for details. 2nd and 3rd are similar videos of a similar incident.
That's a shit hook.
That's a shit hook, yeah.
It's got music on it, so I don't want to.
Yeah, no music.
But now, these kind of helicopters, correct me if I'm wrong, are used for delivering some sort of aid and whatnot. But
you can also jump out of them.
You can jump out of them. You can put a platoon in them.
Yeah.
You can put all kinds of shit on there too.
I think 18 is the.
Yeah.
Can you put a full platoon in there?
I jumped with 26, 28 guys.
What are you?
In there, yeah. But we weren't full combat equipment though.
Yep. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're there to deliver aid, you're not going to be flying this damn low near the drop-off point.
Yeah, you will. You have to. They don't just drop down from the stratosphere. So.
Well, yeah, that's right. But one would think if they're, a
not only that, they would. What should happen is they should have a guy on the ground vectoring them in.
Correct.
And that clearly did not happen there. This is obviously deliberate. Those pilots know how that rotor wash works.
Yes.
And this is a Black Hawk.
That's a Black Hawk.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a angle from the other incident.
Yeah, it's very tiny. Pop that window open a little if you can.
Hey, turn off the sound so we don't get any. Just in case there's anything copywritten.
No, I think this one just has the audio of it. But yeah, he comes down and then fucks off.
Yeah, I got you.
That's deliberate. Yeah, this is obviously deliberate behavior.
Well, first of all, if you're going to be landing military-grade helicopters, you need to have a ground guide. You got to make sure your area is cleared. Now, this is just devil's advocate here. But if this is an emergency situation and there's like an open field, people are going to move into it. And that's just how it goes. So this could be it could be both lack of coordination on the ground, lack of coordination in the air, or we can go to default. It was done on purpose to
that prop wash is deliberate.
To hairy ass.
You and I both know that prop wash is deliberate.
Yeah, to hairy ass.
Yep, here it is again.
That is obvious hairy ass.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just being devil's advocate here. I mean, it is what it is.
But this is the incident that allegedly two blacked out cars did a slow drive by, and then this happened.
What I'm guessing is local residents refused FEMA's help. The helicopter was in the AO, probably piloted by DHS or Guard, and had a crew of FEMA people on it who wanted to get down there. The helicopter was waved off. The FEMA people told the pilots to give the townsfolk what for.
The washout.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they have the statement from the person that was there.
That is my educated guess on the subject.
I got you. But hey, if they had some civil affairs guys on the ground, would help out a lot in these situations.
I'll go. Batcave, North Carolina. Residents of a tiny North Carolina town that was almost totally destroyed by Hurricane Helene have been fending for themselves after FEMA told them that a road closed sign is an insurmountable obstacle for the agency to navigate. We just heard from a guy who was in the area that you cannot get in there. FEMA called me and told me they wanted to inspect my house, and then called me back, said they couldn't get around the road closed sign, that they weren't allowed to. That makes all kinds of sense.
Yeah.
Now, this is another good picture of the devastation. This is pretty typical.
How did that one house survive?
That is what disasters do, man. Wow. That's what disasters do. If you see the tornado strikes in Kansas, the tornado will go, eeny, meeny, miny, you get to live today. Everybody else, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how disasters like that work.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's another good example. That is the front of a post office. And you can see
that's an I-beam. See that white I-beam?
Yeah, that's how powerful the water is.
Wow.
In Korea, when the floodwaters hit on the DMZ, it was picking up half connexes of tank ammo.
Wow.
And throwing it a half mile downrange.
Yep. That's Mother Nature.
The floodwaters were throwing, and for you gentle viewers out there who don't understand what I just said, a tank round weighs 55 pounds.
That's right.
A single round of M1. Now we're talking about a half shipping container, 20-foot box full of those.
Wow.
So that's probably 6 to 8 tons. And the water was picking those up and chucking them a half a mile.
Well, that's just proof. If Mother Nature wants us off the earth, we're getting flicked off like a booger.
Yeah. Well,
That's just the way it goes.
Here's the path of destruction. I see why they're saying 6 states now, but the real damage, it looks like it penetrated as far as Kentucky, but must have lost.
Oh no,
force.
it lost most of its ass halfway through Alabama and Georgia. That's the way hurricanes are, man.
Once they hit land, yeah, that's
once they hit land,
correct. That's absolutely correct. Man, that's just crazy.
So this started in September 26th.
The storm itself, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can find what I had brought up, because we're about to go into super chat territory.
Mm-hmm.
But I sent you a thing earlier. Here's your inbox.
Now, which one was it?
It's called Tracks. There's a file called Tracks. There it is. I found it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Boom.
I need to make that bigger. 1, so it covers up your mail, and 2, so everybody can fucking see it. So these are the tracks of hurricanes over the years.
Yep.
Okay. Hurricane Katrina, you can see it started, the lines cut off here. The formatting got weird on me. It started out in the Bahamas. Hurricane David, 1979, started out in the Bahamas.
Uh-huh.
Hurricane Helene started down in the Bahamas. This is Hurricane Andrew, started out in the Bahamas. You can see the line way down there past South America.
Okay.
This was, I think, Katrina over here. You can see it started out of the Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
Look at the track of Milton. The big image. That's why it's the big image. Look at the track of Milton.
Yeah.
And
here's another thing.
40 years, no hurricane has started in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico with such force. Small storms, yes.
Yes.
But this is the only big one.
Well, when you think about it, look at it. It doesn't really have that much of a track to build up as much steam as it has. Now, is this intentional? I don't know.
It looks shady.
I'll go as far to say as it looks shady. Yeah. But
that's
all of this stuff about the weather weapons and stuff. I need to see some hard data.
Look, we know that there are programs for it. We know that you can seed clouds. Here is my theory and or opinion. Okay. I think we can affect a storm. I think we can maybe nudge it or inflate it a little.
Okay.
I do not think we're talking about 20th level wizards who can create hurricane. I don't think that kind of capability exists. I think they may have the ability to fluff or nudge.
Fluff or nudge. It kind of sounds like a porn.
I know, right?
Wow.
But I don't think they can cast magic spells and summon hurricane.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay.
So that's
I still need to see some hard data.
I understand. I'm with you. I would like to see hard data too.
Listen, if anyone out there has any hard data or links to this kind of weather control shit, Redonkulas12, gmail.com. I will read it myself.
Somebody sent Pop something hard.
Phrasing. So just to pique my curiosity, I did a quick search on Brave. Hurricanes that started in the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 have popped up. One was Hurricane Helene in 2024 and Hurricane Eloise in 1975.
I remember
Hurricane Eloise. Okay.
And nothing else on that is popping up.
And this isn't an El Nino year, is it?
El Nino, that big weather thing that happens off the West Coast? I don't know. I have not been keeping track.
Because they have the El Nino and El Nina, whatever.
I know, but what I've also noticed is that our news has stopped mentioning those events of late, which is also in and of itself suspicious.
Suspicious.
So send popcorn stuff, guys.
I have a quick update on that. Memorable Gulf Coast hurricanes of the 20th century. 1900, known as the Galveston Hurricane.
Oh God, that one
was
wrecked
bad.
everything. Everybody knew about that.
Everyone got train wrecked on that one.
More than 6,000 people unfortunately lost their life. 8 to 15 feet of intruded the entire island city of Galveston, Texas. Property damages estimated 700 million in 1990 dollars. 1906, 1909, 1915, 1919, 1947. 57. Okay. So there has been a few historical, well, more than a few.
No, I said that there have been storms, but I don't know of anything that made it to Cat 5 that came out of the Gulf.
Yep.
That is my point.
Yeah, because listen, it goes from a Category 4 immediately to a Cat 5. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, look at the new one. It started off as a Cat 1, and then like 2 days later, Cat 3, and then like an hour later, 2 hours later, Category 4, and now today they're wanting to update the category with a Category 6 because this one is pushing the limits of Category 5.
To me, the big window in the graphic I put up is Milton.
Yeah.
That's the one that we're looking at right now. So the data on here where it goes 455, 431,
yep.
That is old data. I don't know what the strengths are right now. This graphic is at least 24 hours old.
Yeah, and with the weather, that is an eternity.
Yeah,
yes.
It was Milton is expected to make landfall tomorrow, and I saw videos coming out of Florida yesterday that they're already starting to feel the pain.
Yeah,
streets are already starting to get flooded and everything. Apparently, it's supposed to be around high tide when Milton hits too, so that's even fucking worse.
That's bad.
But,
yeah, that's that much more water to push.
All right, let's roll through these super chats.
All right, man, let's do it.
All righty here. Let me bring everything back up. Again, gentlemen and ladies still hanging out. Apologies for being late. Had to work.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
Started a new job, and well, the hour is going to conflict.
Start with the Ube of Tube.
The Ube of Tube, where we've got 847 viewers and 469 nice likes. But I'll start off with Bodis Satava with 1999. Oh, excuse me. Says, we got a crew headed to Asheville right now. 1 Army 03, 1 Marine E6, and 3 Navy E5s to E6, 4 trucks with 4 trailers of supplies, and going in heavy. Condition 1 with no intent on obeying FEMA.
Nice.
All right.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Good. They tell you to turn around, tell them to go squat on a cactus.
Well, here's the thing. When you're dealing with situations like that, it's probably better to ask for forgiveness than permission, because bureaucracy and the yes men, idiots in charge are always going to ask the next level for permission, and that could take forever.
Yep.
I'm just going to say this really quietly. Antennas are fragile and darkness is dark.
Yes. Gotcha. Totally understand.
There we go. Let's see. Slingo Jerry Morgan with $5 says it's a $750 loan that everyone is getting denied for. And actually, I have proof.
Please.
And guess what?
Send.
It comes from FEMA itself.
Please send. Thank you very much.
There you go.
There you go.
Does help from FEMA have to be paid back? No, in most cases, FEMA grants don't have to be paid back. But if you scroll down here for just a couple little paragraphs here, where's it at? The second seconds. But FEMA asks it to advance you some money to help pay for the cost of what your insurance is delayed. You will need to pay that money back to FEMA after you receive your insurance settlement.
Well, that is.
They'll file a subrogation.
Do you know what most of the people? Do you know what most of the people in this affected area don't have?
Insurance.
Flood insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why would they?
Yeah. Well, that's fucked up.
We have to look into the floods in the area. Now, I imagine that they have floods.
Well, when I was in New York State,
yeah,
I lived in Ilion, New York.
Yeah.
And they got a pretty vicious flood just as I was moving there, and 2 years later. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple properties that were literally, their backyard was a cement crevasse that was put in there to deal with the stream.
A cement crevasse.
A cement crevasse. And it flooded, and this one house got flooded up pretty bad, and it was like the 5th or 6th time this had happened. And FEMA came in and said, we're going to buy you out. And then they bought the house for, I believe it was market rates, and then they bulldozed it and turned it into a small little park. But that was another administration ago, so who knows what they're going to do now. All right, Jimmy, keep doing the super chats.
See, Roof Walker's Ford Truck Pro here. He's got a couple in a row. The first one for $1.99, no comment. That is his third super chat of the night, or third super chat, though. Thank you very much. His second one here says, Buncombe City, 106,741 residential homes, median value $505,000, roughly $54 billion to rebuild the homes. No demo, no utilities, roads, except one county.
That's bad. Oof, okay.
Yeah, 20 million means nothing.
Yeah, that's
literally means nothing.
That's chump change.
Remind me again how much money and supplies and aid we've sent over to Ukraine.
All of it.
Yeah,
we could rebuild that town twice.
And Israel.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm tired of funding other people's fucking wars.
Yeah.
Let them fight their own goddamn battles.
Yep.
People in North Carolina get $750 loans, while Lebanon gets $147 million.
Yeah, and that's just recently.
Yeah.
Right.
But then Pete Booty Juice comes back and says, "Oh, we donated $100 million."
All right. On with these super chats.
All right. Get on with it.
Kenj 1090 with first We're Not Worthy night with $50.
Thank you.
One of these.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Says, for the war chest, keep up the good fight.
Hoorah.
Hearts and minds, baby.
And not to be outdone by him, James McLeod, he's dropping a Benjamin on us.
Woot!
$100, so he gets another We're Not Worthy.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Says, keep us up to date, Pop.
I'm trying.
See, John Galt with $20 Canadian says, no comment, just a donation. Keep up the good fight.
Appreciate you, man.
We're trying.
Hey, everybody's favorite person, Pete. He's in the chat. $9.99 says, we know they're all war criminals.
That's true.
They're all criminals.
Squeeze off that last penny, could you, Pete?
Petey McPetey. All right.
Outstanding.
Because it's not a war crime the first time.
Yeah.
Demaster12 with $10 says, George W. Armonger Bush. Oh, George Warmonger Bush. I've got the worst emergency relief response to a hurricane of all time. Biden Mincha. Hold my the thing.
He's imitating.
He was speaking. He was speaking Bidenese there.
Nice.
Where's Ozzy Osbourne? We need a translator. And the master coming back in says, wrong. Stock at least 1 year of food. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope, you
can't go wrong with that.
Well, during the fiery but mostly peaceful protests of 2020, I pulled my head out of my ass, and I've got 7.5 months worth of stuff somewhere nearby.
No, that's fine. The 3 months that I mentioned that's just what people kept in the UP because that's how long the hard part of winter was.
Yes.
So that was a custom of the area.
Yep. So 3 months. Anyway. 3 months is a good baseline. Anything over that, you're doing even better.
That was people living in harsh weather, not dealing with the crap we're dealing with today. Anyway, carry on.
And James McLeod coming back, $10 says, almost 900 watching tonight and only a handful of you men donating. Step it up, boys. Share the video tonight to one of your fellow red-blooded Americans out there.
Appreciate that.
Listen,
I appreciate
there are not that many other channels out there that are giving you actual military opinions, based on the intel that we're getting. And we actually had somebody call in today that was actually on the ground. You're not really getting that anywhere else.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That was
an added bonus.
Yeah.
If if you guys share the video out there and they say, hey, I'm in the ground on NC in North Carolina or the affected areas, redonkulas12@gmail.com. Send an email.
Yep.
Make the header, I am on the ground and not on your mom.
That's awesome.
See, Benny D here with $5 says, I remember Elon Musk saying FEMA was getting in the way of him delivering Starlink initially. He had to talk to Pete Buttigieg to get him to back off, or to get them to back off.
Now, the Where Gerbil video that we watched, you have to take that with a grain of salt because she clearly is a wound up female thing that probably is not the most well-informed critter on the planet and is getting most of her stuff off of Reddit.
Yep.
So the stuff about BlackRock and Vanguard, I know that to be true, but the other stuff might want to take with a little bit of a grain of salt until it's thoroughly researched.
Yes.
Yep. As the famous quote from Scarface goes, "The eyes, Chico, they never lie."
That's true.
Women got some crazy ass fucking eyes.
The Where Gerbil had crazy. Yeah.
Let's see. El Snows here with $7.62.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I like
Says,
it.
please keep saving lives, gents.
We're trying. We're trying.
Benny D coming back says, look up a project. Benny D says, look up Project Cirrus and Operation Popeye. Oh, you fucking piece of shit.
What happened?
Jimmy?
My laptop decided to have a fucking brain fart.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, still here. Still here. Had a fucking thing go up. But he says, Operation Popeye, official government admitted weather control projects.
Oh, no, I know the programs exist. I'm not saying they do not exist. I'm saying the efficacy of them is in question.
Yeah. Like they magically make hurricanes appear. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me. But make a storm bigger or move in a direction, I can see the theory at least.
They should have named that Operation Fuck You in particular.
Yeah. Fuck.
That'd be a little too. That'd be a little too on the nose, just a little bit.
Yep.
And let's see. Last one here from Domestic 12 coming back again says Michael Crichton wrote a novel called State of Fear back in 2004 about eco-terrorists using weather manipulation tech for financial and political gain.
Michael Crichton, and yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I have not read that book.
I did when it first came out, and it's been like 30 years.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a book reader. I'm more of an article reader. I write books.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. I have the cover art done. If I could get the back blurb for your cover art, we could get the third book of the Jericho Files out.
All right.
Everybody email Pop and tell him to write the damn book.
Do it.
All right. I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. God damn it.
Or I'll tell your deep, dark secret that I found out today. Carry on.
Uh-oh. All right. Jumping over to Rumble here. 910 pairs of eyeballs.
All right.
And by my count, let me do another refresh.
I believe
199 upvotes.
Yeah, that's insane because we had over 1,005 people. We should at least have 500 likes. Come on, get those likes up, God damn it!
Oh, push the button. Push that little button.
I have to do it. I have to push the
go.
button.
Now look what you made him do.
And it's going to be bad, guys. You guys, reminder, I don't want to see these either, but you make me do this.
Bad Hillary. I hate that.
We need years of expensive therapy.
Just so that I'm going to put the baseline out there, that covers all of the Hillary requests for tonight. But if it's Nancy,
you also undid all of your requests just by
if it's Nancy on the other hand, well, Nancy isn't Hillary, so there you go.
Yeah, I got you.
But alrighty, we've got 3 We're Not Worthies in a row.
All right.
First one from Deus Ex Machina Prime. He says, "Take my money." Danger Dad 137 says, "Keep getting the word out."
We're trying.
And Liquor 6, he combines both of their super chats and donates $100. Shut up and take my money. But keep talking there.
Fantastic.
Give them a we're not worthy,
See
man.
what you also did there.
All three of you gentlemen, you deserve one of these and then some.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
There you go. We got another one.
Wow.
Digital Do, he's dropping $50. Says, happy birthday, Pop. Did you enjoy the happy birthday song with no teeth? Love you, brother. No homo.
Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow, gentlemen.
A couple of us are taking Pop to lunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're not taking him to the bar, are you?
No.
I'm not taking him to the bar.
No, none of that.
There you go. But anyway, Digital Do, this one's for you.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Yeah, where are we going tomorrow? Vincetta Garage?
Yeah.
In Berkeley.
Yeah.
All right.
Right down for where we used to live.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Vincent Van Gogh, fuck yourself. Good to see you here, good sir. Says 30 to 40 feet of water is the equivalent of the average Detroit River depths rolling through these towns. It's knucking futz.
Yeah. What typically it's 30 feet deep, right where the stream is, and then it goes out. So that could be anywhere from 50 meters wide and it's real deep to 400 meters wide where it starts off at like a foot and then goes down. Once you get over 3 feet, though, your house is getting torn off the foundation.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it rolls.
Yeah. Yep. Especially in hills like that where the water can be channeled.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
That increases the force exponential. I don't know the actual math, but I know it's bad.
The math is bad.
Thank you.
Yes. Yep. Let's see. MGTOW Mando here. Hey, good to see you, sir. $5 says, we do not hate the media or the government nearly enough.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. That is true. Single for Life says, Project Bluebeam is in effect.
We shall see.
Remember that name. I don't remember what that meant, though. Now I got to look it up, damn it.
Bluebeam?
Yeah.
It's probably some more nefarious bullshit.
Yep, and he's got a request, and it's one of your favorite pops. I'm waiting for him to pay attention.
What is it?
Whitest
screen abuse, man.
Whitest dude ever.
That's me.
Yeah.
Back then I was fat.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not fat anymore.
That's fine.
Yeah, you danced it all off on the gay cruise.
Oh, you bastard.
Well,
let's see. Rule Man Life here with $5 says, when wealth, raw materials, and cash are more important than U.S. citizen lives, it's not a matter of if, but when the two-way rifle range kicks off. God help us who are on the right side of this.
Well, unfortunately, if you use his story as basically a guide, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I'm not calling for violence at all. I am literally looking back at history, looking at the variables that led to bad shit, and I'm looking at today, and a lot of those same variables are now developing.
Yeah.
So it's just a basic conclusion. If it happened back then, it's going to happen now. I'm just saying.
History not only repeats, but it rhymes.
And echoes.
Yeah. Let's see. 1371 MOS sends in $2, says, another story. Gates, I'm assuming Bill Gates, is trying to build a nuke plant in Wyoming. State rep told members at my family's church.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought nuclear power was a no-go to these green earthers.
It used to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at Fukushima and 3 Mile Island.
Very strange.
What do all three of those instances have in common?
Meltdown.
Incompetence.
Yes.
I mean, there is that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. LB Weaver, he's throwing 3 shekels towards us, says, fuck them Democrats.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yep. I prefer the term demon cunts.
I got to write that down.
Demon cunts. That pretty much, because it covers up, both the well, the descriptors that I would use.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm using that. Thank you.
Carry on.
You're welcome. And Mando coming back again says, hurricane and typhoons are basically Earth heat sinks. In theory, they suck warm water up into the upper atmosphere, and the rain cools the surface down. So what you're saying is they suck up warm stuff and spit out cold stuff? Sounds like you're right.
Phrasing, but yes, you are correct.
And Mando again says, Poppendorf, for a tiny amount of levity, you both got to sing some truly raunchy cadences. Can you both give us a sample of your favorite running cadences and marching cadence?
Oh, man. Let's see.
Not tonight, honey. I have a headache.
Hang on.
Get ready for the clip button, gents. Clip it.
1492.
Yeah?
A dago from Bugatti who was walking through the streets of Spain selling his spaghetti. He said the world was roundo. He said it could be foundo. That hypothetical masturbating son of a bitch, Columbo. I got my ass chewed for that one all the time because there's 4 or 5 stances and we watch along right through downtown Fort Lewis, and I'd be like, hypothetical masturbating. They're like, no, stop! I'm like, son of a bitch, Columbo. Of course, I got smoked at the end, but that's
there
fine.
was a cadence about if girls were bricks, I'd lay them all.
Yes.
There's also the yellow bird with the yellow bill.
Yeah.
Who's sitting on my windowsill.
Yeah.
I lured him in with a crust of bread, and then I smashed his fucking head.
Correct. Yeah. But that's not really that bad.
That's really not that bad. There are plenty, but let's.
Yeah, but that was my favorite. If I wanted to really stir the pot.
Yeah.
Another time, maybe we can have some raunchy cadences in a future pop culture episode.
Well, we'll figure it out.
There you go.
You can work on that.
Let's see. Tantalum 180 coming in and says, Dwarf.
What?
I don't have hard evidence. However, the leaked and disclosed DARPA research leaves me concerned at their actual capabilities, especially considering how many years they've been at this research.
No, I agree. I will reiterate. I think they have the ability to do things to the weather. I just don't think they've got magic wizard powers where they can summon a Category 5 hurricane. That seems much.
No, but they do have the wizard powers to cast the spell of particularly focus you over thereis.
Yeah.
I think that's the right spell.
If that's what happened to the Lahaina.
Yep. And Mando coming back says Hurricane Camille, don't remember the year, sorry about that, basically cut an island in half, hit the mouth of the Mississippi River, and ran up the river at least to Missouri. Some Mother Nature death stared us.
Huh, well.
Yeah, I remember the name of Hurricane Camille, and I remember it being bad. That wouldn't surprise me too much.
Yep. Let's see. Barrett McBusing here with $5, and he gives us a period.
Thanks, Barrett. Appreciate it.
Call Tampon Tim so we can, get the proper equipment.
Tampon Tim.
Let's see. Tomahawk here with $5 says, sorry for the small donation. No, apologize. All donations are welcome and thanks. He says, flat broke helping out my baby brother dealing with the aftermath of divorce.
Hey, help your brother out first.
Speaking of divorce, I spoke with Blake, and I think we're going to put together another webinar on how to recover after breakup or divorce.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sorry, just stuffing my face with a little more of my sandwich.
Do what you got to do, man.
Professor Blake Pooh Ass Blaster 3000, best screen name on Rumble. One of them, at least. Says, do you think we could end up in a civil war big time?
Well, we've answered this quite a few times. All right. Do I think at some point, if we continue going down the path we are, that'll happen? Yes.
I think it's inevitable if that continues.
If it continues, it's going to kick off. I mean, the division we have going on, we literally, what you're seeing now with this hurricane horse shit, is you're seeing the big city people not giving a shit about the people out in the sticks. And, it's just not going to work out. I'm sorry.
And these big city people are on TikTok and the social medias and whatnot. talking shit about them hillbillies up in them Appalachian Mountains. They can't do shit with the excavator and shit. I've seen pictures and videos of them using the debris of the destruction to build bridges to cross over to deliver supplies. And those same bridges can support those same machines that built that bridge.
Yeah, those people are some of the most creative, innovative people you ever meet in your life because they have so little to work with in many cases.
Well, here's another thing. All right, you're in a big blue hole, hellhole city. Where does your water come from? Where does your food come from?
Yeah.
All right. If you have no water and you have no food, you can't live in that big fucking city.
Yep.
It's just that simple. So does it really make a lot of sense to fuck over everyone else so you're nice and comfortable in your city and the hell with them? That's only going to last for so long.
Yep.
Yep.
And if your masters become upset with you, they just go dink. And now you've got no electricity, no heat, no water, no food.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Best thing you can do is be self-sufficient.
Or if you are Alucard 1776 who throws $5 at us, you could.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
You could what? What, Steve? What could you do?
What? Hit the push the button.
It's a quality setup.
That was some quality teamwork.
I didn't even know it was coming, man.
We didn't plan that at all. That was just
no, not at all.
Wait a minute, let's do this.
Okay. Winning. Let's see. Deus Machina Prime. He's throwing 50 on us, so he gets one of these.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Says, here's your birthday shekels.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. LB Weaver says, Pop, come. I was going to say my nickname for her, but I remember we're still on YouTube. Kamala will sing happy birthday tomorrow from a teleprompter.
Ooh. Actually, she won't, and I wouldn't listen if she did. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, she'll show up wearing her special knee pads.
Nah, man. Forget it. I don't need none of that.
Oh, I just want to say this. When Kamala did the 60-minute interview and he asked her, oh, well, do you own a gun? And she says, oh, yeah, I own a Glock. Ha, 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 ha. No, she was lying. She misspoke. She doesn't own a Glock. She owns a guac. Ask Montel and Willie. They'll tell you.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Continue on.
Mando coming back and says, is Pop a barbarian? Asking for a certain button monkey.
I wouldn't say I was a barbarian. Maybe when I was 20 and I was slinging seed like an old bird feeder.
Yeah.
But nowadays, no.
Nope.
Nah.
No, just give the man his whiskey, put the Ambien away so he doesn't buy swords and axes, and he's fine.
Yeah, that was a bad face.
Not a good Xboxes, a few things of Ukrainian ammo, and a few battle axes.
Yeah, you were there when I ordered like two.
I called you and said, do you know you have this stuff at the door? Yeah.
God damn it!
I ordered the 2 Xboxes.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do you need 2 Xboxes? I'm like, I don't know. I think they're on sale.
That was a weird day.
Yeah,
Pop wanted to host a LAN party, man. Come on, cut him some slack.
All right.
Mad Neon with $5 says that they are trying to investigate and instigate a civil war before election they will lose. Stay calm, stay peaceful, fire in charge after them. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but I understand what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah. God dang, we got a lot of We're Not Worthies tonight. M. Tyler, he's dropping 50 on us.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
Says Pop Gates is firing up 3 missile land again, 3 Mile Island again for a data center supposed to be one of the biggest in the USA. Also, I maintained a DISS site in Korea back in the late 90s.
Okay.
Companion to HARP.
Ooh. Okay.
I'd be interested in knowing more about that. Email Pop with that information because I was all over Korea in the 90s.
There you go. Let's see. Rule Man Life coming back says, I loved Arlie Ermey's cadence performance in Full Metal Jacket.
One of the better ones.
Yes. But the Marines like to slur their stuff, so I'm not really a fan of that.
Yeah. Let's see. Anonymous here with $2 says, I read a white paper excerpt from a Soviet general written in the 80s. They mentioned energy weapons and weather warfare being used in a major conflict.
Be an interesting read.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see the context there.
I think we all would. Let's see. Vincent Van Gogh, fuck yourself, coming back says, I just picked up a FEMA load of bottled water. And that's for me. That's me in Fort Worth headed to Alabama. Don't know if it's going to Florida or North Carolina. Feel mixed about this. Yes, it's water, but it's from FEMA.
I take it you're a long hauler.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Yep. If you take something into another state, you're technically a long hauler.
Yeah.
And to build upon the meme, I bet the water that the FEMA is supplying is Dasani.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
Because apparently the meme is Dasani water is shit, but hey, water's water.
Yep.
Well, good for you for bringing water to people, though.
Oh yeah, man. Yep. Apparently, Walmart, shocker of all the people, had like 50 to 100 trucks full of shit getting delivered. Now, was it FEMA? I don't know. But hey, well, good on them for doing what they need to do.
Yep.
Single for Life here for $1 says, Pop has no more seed to sow.
I do not.
Deactivated.
There you go. My other favorite name over on Rumble, International Household Whoop Ass. Says, you guys have seen the video that came out years ago about management of FEMA saying they want to relocate money in equity form from now on. The video has been out by a whistleblower.
Yeah, there's a couple of those, actually. There's the equity video. There's the Boldyke lesbian who really, really wants to make sure that oligarchs get the money first. So, yeah.
You mean let's be on?
Let's just be honest.
Let's be honest here, man. But yeah, there's also that video that's been circulating the interwebs about one of the head FEMA folks saying, "Oh, we can't, why do the transgender immigrants, they're afraid to come here because they don't want to be misgendered."
I don't care about all that.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
I'm sorry, that makes me want to deport them twice.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
The second place is 6 feet in a undisclosed location. Moving on. Tomahawk here says, I got fucked 6 ways from Sunday in my divorce years ago. I thought no one else could get wrecked that bad. Recently, my little brother said, hold my beer.
Oh, man. That's fucking awesome.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just saying that's a good joke.
It's funny. The wording is very funny. We like that. But yeah. We are familiar with train wreck divorces, strangely enough, which is probably what brought you here.
Yeah. Before we jump over to all the other places, jumping back over on YouTube, we got a handful here. The Plains Warrior for $2 says, for the lap dance.
Oh, now I do have to take you to Menjo's.
Oh, no.
There you go. Benny D here with $10 says, in the last 80 years, all technology from electronics, automobiles, aerospace, medical, weapons, everything has advanced to a ridiculous degree, but not weather tech. Unlikely, in my opinion, isn't logical.
Oh, no. I agree. I'm not saying it hasn't advanced. I'm just saying creating a Category 5 hurricane from thin air probably is not on the menu.
No. Let's see. AF with $5 says, aluminum oxide to seed clouds, coal dust to break clouds, microwave array to add or take away heat like a VFD.
That has been around for quite some time. Yes.
Yeah. And it looks like Marcy Morgan threw in $5. She gave us a jumping Nintendo controller guy. Cute little gift.
Thanks, Marcy.
Nice little gift.
Thank you very much.
Cute little gift. All right, that looks like we're all caught up on the Rumble side here. How's the MGTOW chat doing? I'm sure MGTOW is doing MGTOW things.
Yep. Not so
Again,
much.
if you guys ever get bored of us, just yapping around and whatnot, whatever the term the cool kids are using these days, just go to the MGTOW chat. You'll be thoroughly distracted, to put it lightly. Yeah, it looks like the only one over there was from Crazy Uncle with $10. Says 1, most common cause of death in flooding, rapid blood loss due to lacerations and punctures. 2, mudslides are only survivable if you can float on top.
Yeah, correct. Can't.
We all float down here, Georgie. It says once it stops, it just turns to concrete, just like an avalanche.
Yes.
3, the video of the Blackhawk messing up volunteers with the prop wash. That guy needs to lose his wings.
I'm inclined to agree.
Well, we know that's not going to happen.
Well, if people find out who he is, he's going to lose a lot more than just his wings.
Now.
Let's not have any of that kind of talk.
I'm not condoning it.
Jimmy,
but I understand.
I got
Jimmy, hug the bunny.
I don't have a buddy.
Listen, was it a dick move? Yes. Is it bad enough to hurt people over? No. I'm sure if there's a flight record of him in the air, you'll find out who the pilot is. You just do the FOIA requests, and then you just got to write the letters and turn his life into a redneck nightmare. That's how you deal with that.
That's fine.
Yeah. And Crazy Uncle finishes off, says 4, the civilian helicopter pilot that is risking prison to save others in North Carolina needs a medal.
Yeah. All of those Cajun Navy guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny how the sheriffs have the authority to arrest those people, and even the fire chief for some
that guy got terminated. Yeah. The town fired him.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Fire chiefs usually don't have arresting powers unless they're specifically deputized by the sheriff. And
correct.
Even then, it's very, very limited.
Yes.
Yep.
And usually contained to a fire scene, oddly.
Yeah, and listen, if a lot of people have, feel a certain way about their local sheriffs who rolled over to FEMA, well, you can take care of that in an election and get those guys out of that job. Because listen, if you are elected to be a sheriff, you're responsible for the people under. Basically, you're the sheepdog, and they're basically a flock of sheep. You're
not there to wear government issue.
No, you're there to take care of your people and do everything in your power to make sure that it's good to go. If FEMA is doing all of this crazy stuff, which I need to actually see more information on, then the sheriff is well within his rights to say, you know what, you're not helping the situation, you're making it worse. I think it's time for you to roll out all of the offs to fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also, fun fact: any county sheriff has the authority to arrest the president of the United States. Fun fact.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Looks like Odyssey is free and clear of any super chats. Let me double check the pop out chat.
Yeah. Yep. And MGTOW TV is screwing up bad. So.
Shocker.
Yeah. So it is what it is. So if you guys are on there trying to donate, it's freezing up and stuff. Sorry.
Yep. Hopefully. Oh shit. Nope. Didn't mean to hit that button, but I hit that button. Oh well. No harm, no foul. Let's see. D Live got no lemons over there, but of course it gets rid of the fucking viewers. D Live, quit fucking up, man.
They got rid of the viewers like a year and a half ago.
No, there's times I can actually I'll have it open and it'll still say the viewers on it, but
number of viewers per count.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll have a viewers count, but it's like really small and really tucked away in a really sad corner while it jerks off. And
okay, we're getting the esoteric metadata here.
All right,
and Twitch, we got 14 over there.
All right.
How many are watching us over on the Twatter sphere? We got 39 over there.
Wow,
not bad.
Actually, improvement for Twatter.
Yeah. And do we have any cash apps?
I believe I did see a few over there. Let me open that up real quick.
What's those?
While you're opening that, over on Rumble, Anonymous throws $2 at us and says, Simplicius the Thinker Substack Dissecting West Point, June 20th, link to Colonel S.G. Chekinov's paper. It is also expected that the non-traditional forms of armed struggle will be continued to cause will be used to cause earthquakes. That's a reference to that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Speaking of earthquakes, California, apparently they're estimating or guessing that there's going to be a 60 to 80% catastrophic earthquake going to hit here pretty soon.
There's nothing there that interests.
They've been saying that for years.
Overseas 27 Rangers sends $10 and says, "Pop, if the feds think they're going to be paying me with money, I only accept WUSI payments, meaning I need 50 women or else civil war." Alrighty then. I need 50 women.
All right.
There you go. Well, me personally, all I need is about $350.
That's fine. $250 a week, Sal. My salary, $250 a week. Cash apps.
Anyone? No one? We actually had one come over on YouTube there. Got Slingo Jeremy Morgan for $2 says the state of NC fire chief has no power of arrest.
That's what I thought.
Yep. I don't believe any fire chief has a power of arrest.
They do not without being deputized.
Correct.
There you go. All right, jumping over to the cash apps here. We got first one here, I believe, from Suze McCarley for $30 says no comment beyond the usual thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Susie.
Thank you, Suze. We love you, and we don't have to say no homo after that one. Let's see, HKC here, $35 says for the catch up.
All right.
Thank you.
No extra $5 for the mouse turd.
Nice.
HKC coming back again with 15. He says for this month so far.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys. Let's see. Crunch Muncher. Are you cousin to Carpet Muncher?
I was just about to go there and you beat me to it.
Asking for a friend.
Damn. Wow.
He throws in 25 and he says, keep sharing the truth, gentlemen.
Raw.
Yep.
I'll try.
And let's see. Ernest Emerson, I believe he's got our last We're Not Worthy night. He throws us $50.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you very much.
About the rug munching joke too.
Nice. For operating expenses.
Well, yeah, it's kind of expensive.
Thank you.
It's not cheap.
Thank you kindly there, good sir. Let's see. Next one comes from John for $10. Says FEMA shouldn't fuck with the Appalachian Americans.
It won't end well. Just point blank. Those people have been in there for a very long time and they do not like intruders.
Yes.
They make moonshine for a living and shoot people that just happen to wander upon their stills.
This isn't advocating violence at all. We'll just deal with you if you go in there. So don't do that.
Don't. Just do what Kamala said for Joe Biden said to when Iran was threatening. Just don't.
Carry on.
Vincent Van, go fuck yourself. All right, he's throwing in $1. He says, missed my first Rumble chat. No, I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
I don't believe we did. Professor
I hope not.
Blake. I can't pronounce that one, Jimmy. You have to do it.
Uh-oh. Rumble. Professor Blake Pooh Ass Blaster 3000.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go. Says, heck, if the feds are paying, I want in on the action for 50 women.
You don't want that kind of trouble.
You don't need
it.
I would, but
I mean, I can't even handle one.
Yeah.
50? Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's an aneurysm and cancer at the same time.
Yeah.
Ugh. An aneurysm of the ass cancer. Ugh. Let's see. Vincent Van, go fuck yourself. Okay, he's clearing things up for us with $1. He says he doesn't have Dasani. Okay, thank God. He says, forgot the name, but it starts with an S.
Huh. Okay.
Can't think of it. Smart water? Well, no, it comes from FEMA, so it wouldn't be that smart.
Anonymous sent me the attached PDF to Redonkulas email if you can't be bothered to hunt down the link on Simplicius's Substack. Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, man.
There you go. All righty. Let me just do one more quick run through. of the chats, just like how Pop's X got ran through last night.
Hey!
You're gonna get me sued, man. Come on,
Allegedly.
Everybody's going to jail.
All right.
But looks like we're all caught up on the YouTubes. That last one from Anonymous was the last one on the Rumblies and the Tumblies. Still nothing over on the Odyssey side.
That's not a big deal.
MGTOW is all caught up. No lemons on D-Live. And no more Cash Apps. So, Pop, I believe we're ready for safety briefing.
Wait, Professor Blake as Master Blaster 3000 just said, just kidding, One Piece. All right, we're done.
All right. Time for the safety briefing. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. Doesn't work out. If you must fornicate, wear a condom, take it with you, or flush it down the toilet, because child support does last for 18 to 21 years, depending upon the state you're in. And some states will hit you for college fund as well. If you actually have to engage in violence, run away first if you can. If you can't, do everything in your power not to go to the ground, because that is where you get stomped out, and most head injuries and deaths occur once you go to the ground. All right, rack up, pack up, and stack up. There's safety in numbers. That's true in virtually every scenario I can come up with. All right, now let's get to the end here. Maintain situational awareness. Because if somebody is going to attack you, your environment will have changed, and it's up to you to see it. If you don't, well, that's on you. Lastly, I'm sick and tired of throwing you young guys into the ground for taking a permanent solution to temporary problems. All right. Now, please stay in the fight. Play the long game, because you have no idea what tomorrow will bring. And we have read quite a few stories of people who have gone on to do great things or encounter great things into their life after they decided to, guess what? Not kill themselves. So please, stay in the fight, play the long game. I'm tired of burying you sons of bitches. All right, there you go.
MGTOW Mando throws another dollar at us and says, Jimmy's getting run through. That's it. I think I'm good for the evening.
Allegedly.
All right.
Well, I shared this earlier, and again, gentlemen, ladies, the few ladies that are watching, go grab some Redonkulas merch.
Yes,
we know that you're a good person. Oh, looks like a Patriot Pop shirt. What? I didn't see that. Look at that. There's Pop. You can have Patriot Pop on your pec.
Am I wearing a K-pot?
Approaching phrasing.
Yeah. There you go.
Proximity alert.
Proximity of the phrasing has been heard. Again, get yourself some shirts, mugs, glasses, beer mugs, mouse pads. Maybe there's going to be beanies because it's wintertime coming up. You never know.
Yeah.
But, I do want to say, I do want to preface this, that last one from Professor Blake, Poo-Ass Blaster. He just wants peace. He wants peace, but he wants a piece of this.
That's not fuck that. You're not a nice
And with that, to those that have your night terror demons come to you and ask you what the fuck is wrong with you, direct them to my night terror demon Kevin. We'll be in touch. And as always, keep the cootie juices off your dishes.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't. Cootie juices on my dishes.